One of Bob's kids?
I am, but I have all kinds of time.
I have all the time.
I have all the time in the world.
He's playing b-ball on the street, dude.
No, I was at Croton Avenue to church, dude, on the street.
Croton Avenue Church?
Yeah, Brian probably knows. It's right down the road. Croton Avenue's got a church with like a basketball court and shit. Like, I'm in a league there now, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Probably.
Yep.
I followed my phone. My phone said, John, it's here. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like a little car lot, like
And
a little bit down the street.
Arrived.
My phone told me that I'd arrived at my destination. I was like, here I am.
you go.
Put my shoes on.
There I am.
Let's go.
That's
Ready
the
to shoot
problem.
some hoops.
I'm always on that. I never
Where's
know
Will
where the fuck
Smith
I'm
when you
going,
need
'cause
him?
I just GPS everything.
Yeah, I played.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
but what league are you in?
My cousin told me we were playing, and I came to the league, brought my shoes. We lost by 20 points.
He just showed up.
Ugh.
We lost 87 to 67, but I had 35. I led all scores, so whatever.
How much points were you racking up?
I had 35.
You specifically.
35 out of like
of
out
40?
of our 67.
You guys
yeah.
are both really bad listeners.
Ow.
I am a terrible listener.
No, those two.
Oh,
They both just made you repeat things.
I like to repeat it. You know what else I like about it? They don't keep shot stats, so like you don't see how much terrible gunning I was doing. I got 35 points on probably
Who
100
knows how
shots.
many?
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
care.
good.
Just chucked it up.
That's real good.
Yeah, good stats, bad team guy. That's me. That's
How
me.
short of shorts do you wear?
I mean, I wore regular shorts. Like I'll hike them up though if I need it for my advantage. I mean, I like to I have nice legs.
Is
Let
your
them
knee
show.
showing?
Bro, I have some tennis. I have some tennis player legs. I'll show them off. I will show them off, dude. I'm not. And then short shorts are coming back, right? Like the younger people love the short
Oh,
shorts.
yeah.
They're making
Yeah,
a
it's
Some
comeback.
Gucci Daddy
Now,
shorts. Fuck
I
yeah.
mean, whenever
Oh, yeah.
we were growing up, it was beyond past knee. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that was
Yeah,
the whole thing.
yeah.
Or you were a nerd. Yeah.
I know. I was the fat kid in PE class. I didn't do anything.
You didn't wear the big shorts. You should have worn the big shorts.
No, dude, I wore like the basketball shorts that were way past the knee.
That's what you needed because
Yeah.
you were fat. Hide that.
Yeah, you gotta hide those scrumptious like little the knee faces. Everybody's got those knee faces.
Made it more
listen.
aerodynamic.
I sympathize so much with you, bro. Like I was wearing the Husky jeans back in elementary school. I wore like jean shorts, white jean shorts that came down to like my ankles because I was embarrassed with my fat thighs, dude. I'm with you 100%. Husky fans.
How close were you to getting cankles? Was that even in
I
your
mean,
spectrum?
Maybe. I don't remember looking at them. I know
never
like
been
you
that
can get
big.
them, but like I have like bony ankles now. But I probably had some cankles back then. I mean, I was eating like a whole shared leaf cheesecake at a sitting, dude. Just
How heavy
fun.
we talking? How heavy were you?
I mean, I was like 5'4", 205 pounds. Like I was big.
205 at
Yeah.
5'4"?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was big.
Yeah, that's
I mean, that's pretty much what I am now. And
Good
how old were
stats.
you?
Probably like 15, 14.
Yeah, that's getting there.
Yeah,
That
I
was,
was getting-
that's
yeah,
When
getting
I
the
was like
cankle
15, I
cankle
weighed
weight.
like 135
Nice.
at 5'8". Now I weigh 212 at 5'8".
5'6".
I'm actually the complete
Plus some
opposite.
inches. Totally.
Whenever I was younger, I was way smaller. I was like 145 whenever I
Nice.
was
Yeah.
18 and I left off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little.
No.
little tiny man.
Real small. Mama's little roly-poly.
Yeah.
I'm 5'11" as fuck, man.
That's
I've
Cameron's a
never been
giant.
over 5'11".
I mean, my driver's license says 5'10". They just let you put whatever the fuck you want on there. It's nice. I was gonna.
They did not let me
They
put
did
whatever
not,
I wanted.
I said 5'6". They're like 5'5", motherfucker.
No, I
they
said
did not
6
help
foot.
me
They
out.
laughed at me. They're like, "You're not 6 foot."
Bro, I was gonna grow into mine. I'm like, I'm gonna be 5'10". Don't you worry, lady. Just put that on there.
They
She's
said,
like, okay.
sorry, Mike, we don't count the cowlick as
Yeah,
an
they
extra
don't-
inch.
Yeah, Thanks, dude. Making me feel all weird.
I mean, and it's not
nice
like it's up in
hair.
the air. They're like, it doesn't give any height. Your cowlick it's down.
Yeah.
I don't understand that reference.
You need taller hair.
You do need taller. You should blow it out. You should grow
Get
it
a
out
flat
and, like
top.
perm it.
Well, I have flat hair, so like if I take a shower, it
Maybe a
fucking,
mohawk
it just poofs
mullet?
the fuck out. Mohawk mullet.
How-
Yeah.
Pompadour.
I feel like I could pull off a mullet.
How
Really
fast
good.
does your hair grow?
This is 2 weeks, and I just got this faded out 2 weeks ago. So,
So it grows pretty
Pretty fast,
fast.
yeah.
So let's say it would podcast lasts a long time. If let's get 6 months, right?
Mhm.
If you go 6 months in your hair grow, like, and I pay for it, will you let someone perm your hair like Jerry curl style, like 1980s?
I would, but that weird phase in between is just the thing I don't like. I have to.
What do
I'd
we
have
got to
wear
do to
hats
push
all
you
the time.
past the face?
I'd be the hat guy.
Because like I would love to, like I
Be the hat guy then.
yeah, be the hack. I always
The
wanted.
hat guy can't tell me to be the fucking hat guy. Right
I mean,
Wait,
Yeah,
are we
Cam,
talking about the
it's a
same
good
hat
life.
guy? Like the one if you take too much tussin, you see the hat man?
what?
now. No,
Never heard of the
We're not
Hat
talking
Man?
about the hat man.
Is
The
that a
hat
new-
man?
It's the
so,
hat guy.
No, hold
Is
on,
this a
let me explain
Newcastle
this.
thing?
So the hat man is whenever you take too many drugs and you've officially gone beyond the point of no return, you see the hat man.
It's like sleep
And
paralysis.
You have to pay off the hat man to go back to reality.
How do you pay him
That's
off?
like the joke. I don't know. Yeah, I don't sell
Dry
your soul.
handies.
That's the only way to get back. That's the only way to get back.
I have no
I don't know.
idea.
Don't
What if
take
you
hard
what if you
drugs.
don't have a soul?
Yeah, because you already sold it once before.
Yeah.
I mean, what if you saw him twice?
Or
Well, maybe
Now-
then you just don't see I mean, maybe he's just stopping
He's
by
just-
to say hi that time.
He's like,
then,
bro, I got
you know
your
what I mean?
soul, dude.
He's like, oh, you're good. I remember you.
He's like,
You're
maybe a little less drugs next time. Maybe.
If you get on a one-on-one basis with the Hat Man, you've gone too far. You are officially a drug addict at that point. How about you, Brian? How many times have you seen the Hat Man? Too many times for him to
3
fucking
times,
think about,
maybe.
I guess.
I think
That
he's
was the
The,
answer
well,
that
the
you should
Hat
have
Man
said.
really wasn't like a too much drug thing. It was just like a sleep paralysis thing as a kid.
thing, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and my
okay.
house is haunted as fuck. So I used to I still have the same reoccurring dream that I've had since we moved into this house. Same dream.
Do you guys believe in like ghosts and shit? Are you guys into that?
I do too.
Sure.
Yeah, I think
Why
that's.
not?
Spirits,
What do you
yes.
What do you think they are?
I mean, what do you mean, like spirits and stuff like that? Or
Yeah.
like, I mean, I don't know what it is exactly, but I mean, I definitely think they're out there.
I think it's an embedded memory, like in ourselves. So like the more ancient that it is, the chances of your biological line being in it. So like let's say you go to Gettysburg, the chances of one of us having a relative that was in Gettysburg and somewhere in our trees messes with like our reality to the point where we're like whenever we go there, we're like, dude, a prior memory of us died here.
So
Yeah. And I
so
think
like
that's
deja
what it
vu.
is.
And you just
Yeah,
like,
like I
re-experience
don't think it's like saying like anything coming back from the dead. I just think that's like our DNA saying like this is a bad spot where we've been fucked up before. Like it's a really weird thought to think of it like that.
I don't know, man, because I don't think I have any southern, like South Carolina DNA or like Georgia. And I went to Savannah, Georgia, on one of those ghost tours and shit like that. I don't know if you guys ever been to Savannah, but you can like, well, first off, half the city you can just get drunk and walk with your open beverage container, which is
Fantastic.
leads to
believe
some ghost ideas anyway because you're half in the bag.
Right.
The spooks.
But they showed us this one house. It was like a huge, like Victorian house, and there's like these huge windows, like where the kitchen was at. And apparently, like some little girl, like was out playing with the black kid, and this colonial general didn't like that. So to punish this little girl, he tied her to the kitchen chair, like in August, and she burnt alive in the chair. And I'll tell you what, like I mean, I believe there's some, but like my body went cold, dude, when we went near this house. Like, I mean, there was something there, like, and I don't think it was any ancestor, it wasn't anybody Bob Kish knew.
Right.
I mean, that girl was
wasn't
burnt.
one of his dudes or anything.
Now, Bob Kish didn't burn that girl, and I don't think any Kish adjacent either. It was a southern name. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
that's another weird way to think about it. I mean, but then even that's just like saying like that the land or like the building has memories, and that's even weirder than saying that your DNA has memories.
I think a lot of it is just like trapped energy. You know what I mean? Like where these like really awful or like really really powerful things happen. There's just like lingering,
Yeah.
lingering energy. I don't know.
Well, that's the crazy thing about Savannah. Like, the whole town's built on a cemetery because they didn't have any
What?
space. So, like, all these bodies were
It's
killed.
like burial ground.
Yeah, all these people were killed, like, during, like, Civil War. And they had to build shit back up, but they had already buried these, so they just built it right on top of these bodies. Like, most of Savannah is built on bodies.
I believe it.
Cool.
Well, that's how it is overseas. They have catacombs and shit under the ground. They have like
Yeah.
bones
the
and
Paris
shit and
catacombs.
skulls and the wall and like Paris. So they're like
Yeah.
it's just built on bones and shit.
As above, so below.
Dude, that oh my god, we went and saw that movie. That I felt retarded. I didn't watch the entire movie.
Did I watch that with you?
Yeah, we saw it
That's-
together.
yeah,
and
I
like the
thought so.
whole movie, I was like covering my eyes, but from the Grim Reaper because I was a little bitch whenever I was a kid.
You don't watch any movie completely.
Me? No, I guess
The
not. I don't-
Roadhouse thing.
Yeah.
I watched the end of Roadhouse, the new one.
I've seen the middle parts of As Above, So Below.
Yeah, dude, I
It was
just
streaming. I couldn't figure out how to start it.
I'm not gonna go.
It was
into
on the
this-
telly. Holy shit! I couldn't pull it up.
Yeah, I'm not
My
gonna go
peepers weren't
into,
working.
I'm not gonna go into like somebody else's streaming Roadhouse, and I'm gonna be like, oh, that's cool. I just jumped in halfway. I'm gonna make you rewatch the first half.
Who was
would've.
streaming Roadhouse?
My mom. My
Okay.
mom was just in the living room listening to it, and I
Was
was
she-
just like, I walked in and I saw Conor McGregor. I was
Was
like,
your
is this
mom-
what I fucking think it is, dude? I'm sitting down.
Hold on, was your mom into it? Did she like it?
Yeah, she was into it.
Because she was into the first Roadhouse. I'm sure she
Oh
probably
yeah,
loved that.
she did. She said that one was stupid because like the original Roadhouse, the fighting was a little bit more realistic. That this one is like.
Well, it was
crazy over
fucking
the top.
Patrick Swayze. Come on, man.
He's built like me, but
Guy was a
chiseled.
legend.
Well, I've never seen the first one, so I couldn't tell
Oh,
you.
Patrick
if it's-
Swayze was also in Donnie Darko. Fun fact.
And Ghost.
Wait, is this the Patrick Swayze that played on How I Met Your Mother?
No,
That
that was
guy?
I think that was Don Swayze. That was his
Okay,
brother.
okay,
Patrick Swayze was in Dirty Dancing.
Yes.
okay. Yeah, I know
He
who it
didn't
is.
put baby in the corner.
baby in the corner.
That's the line, right? Oh, I'm so old. Nobody
He
puts
was-
baby in the corner.
Well, in Donnie Darko, he was like some weird motivational speaker dude. He came to the school and like It was a fucking weird role for him.
I don't
He wasn't
remember
beating people's ass or making pottery or nothing.
that.
But
He was just motivating
Aren't they
people.
remaking
It's
Dirty Dancing?
Are they? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I heard that they're remaking
So
Dirty Dancing
weird.
because they can't figure out a new movie. They just remake everything.
Who's
that's
in?
old.
Who's cast
Right.
in Dirty Dancing?
We can
Not
probably
me.
look it up. Can you look it
Not
up,
me.
Brian? See the cast for
Maybe
new Dirty
Jake
Dancing.
Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal. Could be in it.
Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal's just in everything.
Well, I mean, everything. He's the new Patrick Swayze.
Margot
Yeah,
Robbie
there
is
you go.
the female lead.
I do want to say though, like, I'm very happy that they remade Roadhouse, not because like, it's better, but like, I think it's good for like bouncers to have something like to be real excited about for their profession. You know what I mean? Like, for the longest time, like bouncers would get real excited and like jerk off to, I get through this guy out the bar, like I was like Patrick Swayze, Roadhouse, yeah, yeah. See, like that's the thing.
By the
but-
way, the Dirty Dancing movie is a sequel.
It's a
not
sequel.
It's not a remake.
wait, is it the third? There was a Dirty Dancing Savannah Nights vibe.
Yeah, there was also a Dirty Dancing 2. So this
I
is
didn't
like,
know
but
this.
this is a sequel from the next one. Just like the second Grease wasn't a continuation of the first one.
Right. It was
Mhm.
just a.
It was just a
second
side
piece.
quest.
Yeah.
was
So
a
there's
side
a,
quest.
this is just a different Dirty Dancing.
It's just a different.
Okay.
It's a side quest.
Sounds good.
There's
they
a-
are bored, man.
There's a Dirty Dancing universe, is what you're saying? Like Fast and Furious has their thing. Like there's Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, there's a Dirty Dancing
But-
universe now.
Nice.
They should have stopped after like the second fucking
Now,
Tokyo Drift. They should have just stopped after that one.
Yeah, I can't do this.
Yeah, let them make their bag, dude. Let them keep on making their money.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. If you're making money and you fucking figured it out, do it, dude.
No.
Milk
I lost interest
every
after
second.
fucking Tokyo Drift.
the dream's to sell out. I mean, that's the dream.
Yeah, I
I mean,
No.
no, not really.
You're against that? No.
I'm telling you what, someone's
No.
John, take our product and we'll give $1 million. Like, I don't care what your product is. It's cool. I'll sign on online right now. It's whatever you want. Yeah, I'll say whatever you want me to say.
I mean, as long as you keep your own voice, because that's a problem that a lot of people get into is where they'll get like these production deals, and then they just sell their likeness away, and then they can't do like for example, if somebody were to sponsor you and they were way bigger than any of us could have been, and they were just like, if you say this, we're gonna take this away. Now they kind of control you. That's the only thing that you need to be careful of.
Right.
Yeah, sell out, but not on that point.
I mean, they're gonna keep giving me money.
Yeah, but you can't speak freely.
I don't need. To
I
speak.
prefer
If
to
I get
speak
enough
freely.
money, I don't need to speak freely. I'm good.
Yeah.
I will shut up and dribble.
I genuinely, like, very genuinely hate that. Like, I hate the idea of like that if you give me enough money, I'll just do whatever you want. There's no amount of money that will get me to abandon, like, I don't know, the things that I hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna. No, you can't buy my fucking opinion. Get fucked. I don't care. I'd rather die on my opinions.
Yeah,
than,
that's why I said
than live prosperously
sell
under
out,
somebody
but
else.
Keep your voice. That's
Yeah.
the most important thing. Keep your fucking voice. If you lose that, then you just become the product yourself.
Well, and that's like, I don't know, anytime somebody else is like funding you or somebody else is like helping you along, aren't you like automatically kind of selling out your voice? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
kind
the
of.
only way to really maintain your own vision and your own voice is to remain autonomous to a certain
Mhm.
degree, you know. That's why the wild folk is arming people with things and not like, you know,
Telling them that, like, oh,
telling
yeah, you
them
have
what
to do this and work with
you know
us.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that, and that's how it should be. That's honestly how it should be.
I think so, because like you said, like, oh no, dude, selling out is just not. It's not an option. Like there should be no amount of money that gets you to like abandon the things that you believe in.
When you said
or the
sell
things
out,
that you
Cam
disagree
took that
with.
to heart. He was like, "No, no, my
No, fuck no, dude.
I mean, because he's a genuine artist, and I run my mouth. He's a genuine artist. There's a difference.
I don't.
Like, I love Nickelback because they sold out and they make the same record. It's awesome. Like, I think Chad Kroeger found something people liked and did it.
Yeah, but that's not selling out. You know what I mean? If you're still doing the thing that you want to do and you're getting paid for it, that's not selling out. The selling out is when you change what you're doing because you're getting paid for it. You know what I mean? They keep making the same records because that's what their band sounds like. You know what I mean?
But most bands, after a while, they change something. Like Aerosmith released a blues album. Back in the
That's
day.
because their
some
record
dudes-
label wanted them to.
Aerosmith did.
Yeah.
Really?
When you sign to a label, they were like, this is what these few records should sound like. This is what these few records should sound like. They make bands change their sound to cater to the times.
Mm-hmm.
And then like bigger label like Universal and stuff, they don't give you a say in what you get to write. You have to write what they want you to write.
Do you think that people hating Nickelback was a government psyop? because they were killing it, dude. There's no reason for people to have hated them.
No.
Whoever started that is a
Well, they're
a
Canadian.
genius.
Nobody likes Canadians.
I love Canadians. I love Canadian bacon. Mike Myers is from Canada.
Yeah.
Rush.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's not a lot of nice Canadians.
Avril Lavigne. They're not a lot of nice Canadians. Are the nicest people
she
in the
was
world
also married to Chad Kroeger at one point.
because they're Canadians and they have
Yeah.
to keep together because
They also talk sideways.
they're so nice. They can't deal with us Americans. We're too mean.
How did we get on the Canadian thing? I'm
'Cause
very
of
confused
Nickelback.
on the
Nickelback is-
Nickelback's
yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah,
They're like-
Chad Kroeger.
No, what?
They might be the
Full
most
band.
selling band in Canada from all time.
Dude, I had no idea they were
Or
Canadian.
second. Or maybe does Rush have more? Maybe Rush. But yeah, they're right up there.
That would have to be a toss-up at this point, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
10
go
years
with
ago,
Rush.
I would have said
though.
Rush for sure, but I mean, that's,
Geddy Lee's a maniac.
he's an animal, man.
Neil Peart on the
You
drums.
want to talk about like a
he was
true
great.
band of true musicians, man.
Yeah.
Rush is it. These guys
Dude, they
are
were
awesome.
solid all the way through from the beginning.
Mhm. And again, talking about not selling out. You know what I mean?
They
Like,
didn't sell out.
yeah.
Their stage shows though, like when they did the Time Machine one and they had the washers on stage and they were like flipping clothes through them and they had like TV screens and shit inside them. It was so good.
I love that. That's so cool.
I mean, that's like massive production, though. I mean, you have to get.
Yeah.
You already have.
And the
to
cool
make it.
thing
You
is
need
they
a
made it-
budget for that.
They made it look like their guitar and bass amps. Like they were using those to play.
Oh, that's cool.
And they had all their stuff off stage, but they had like their giant pedal boards and stuff. Because Geddy Lee would play bass and he'd play like floor synthesizer and hit different keys to do like a batch of notes together with whatever he was playing on bass and singing at the same time. So he's
Mhm.
using his feet and his hands and his voice. So he was like
Yeah,
multitasking.
incredibly
So-
multitasking.
All
So
the
here's a
time.
question: whenever you go to see live,
Chad
music,
Kroeger never did that.
Chad Kroeger's gravelly voice has got me through all of the trouble in my life.
What were you
It
saying?
soothes my soul, Brian. It soothes my soul.
It
whenever
really
you
puts
go
a
to see
heel in
live
there.
music, do you prefer it to be overproduction or very underproduction? Like, is there a middle spot where you want to see bands at? Because I've seen a lot of productions where it's like, dude, I mean, you have people coming out on stage and dancing.
Yeah.
And it's just like at this point, I'm just watching something. I don't feel the music. I
Yeah.
feel like we're just watching something.
I think that totally depends on the who you're seeing. You know what I mean? Like if I go to see Elton John, I want a production. You know what I mean? Like I expect it to be like a big show. But like if I'm going to see like, I don't know, Social Distortion or something like that, I don't want frills. I want the music. You know what I mean? So it totally depends. But I love both equally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have you seen Elton John live?
No, but I want to.
I saw him. I saw him
was it
live.
fantastic?
It was in Pittsburgh. It was pretty good. He brought out somebody else that I didn't know, which upset me because all I really wanted was for him to sing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight." That's what I needed, but he didn't sing it.
He needed that for his soul.
3 hours.
Of
Him
waiting.
and like I think Leon Russell might have been the guy that came out. He might be dead now. He came out and like I was like, all I want you to do is play "Can You Feel the Love Tonight." That's all
Come
that
on,
I want.
Elton. I'm aching
All-
for it.
Yeah. And so, because I thought he was going to be good, because I tried to see Phil Collins back when I was in college, and then Phil Collins ruined my summer because he canceled because they didn't sell out the show.
Oh no.
Fucking British prick. I mean, I can't even listen to Phil Collins the same way, but I thought Elton John would be better, you know. But yeah, wouldn't play that song. Maybe he didn't have the rights. 'Cause it
I only know Phil Collins
Maybe.
for the drum fill.
Which what?
The drum fill. The Phil Collins song. You know.
The Mike Tyson drum fill.
Oh, that's Phil Collins.
Yeah,
I honestly,
yeah.
I
He
was
played
listening to
that.
hysterical. I'm
He played that
uncultured as
with
fuck.
his whole drum OC. Okay.
Speaking of Mike Tyson, I think he's losing to Jake Paul. I know it's unpopular,
Oh,
but he's losing.
I'm on that. I'm on the same belief because there is no way. I saw this thing where like he's walking around with a fucking cane and he's about to go up
Who?
against a 25-year-old, Mike Tyson.
When the fuck was this?
Mike Tyson. So this was like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, he was being pushed around in a wheelchair. Now, don't get. I could be wrong.
No,
this was
no,
like
listen.
on the internet.
Have you been like on?
I
Are you
believe
on?
the internet
Are you not on?
wholeheartedly, dude?
Are you not on Mike Tyson's like TikTok?
I've seen it.
I've seen it, and even then,
That's-
it's propaganda, dude. You're
all
getting
been
into
recently.
The, you're
Yeah,
getting
he's
into the
just-
fighters propaganda, where he's obviously going to show himself in a better light than Jake Paul, and he's going to destroy him.
How do you
But you
know
literally
you're
just
not
said he was
falling-
walking with a yeah.
Am I falling for the other side's propaganda? You have to watch both to understand it.
Listen.
And for a fact, Jake Paul has the edge
No,
because
no.
he's so much younger.
Can I
But don't-
finish the
no.
thought?
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you know that you aren't falling for Mike Tyson's trap? How do you know he's not intentionally putting out a weakened persona? This is a veteran of the boxing game we're talking about.
Because-
and
Also,
you're
he's
thinking
at the
that
top
he
of
just
his
let himself
game
get shown
right
in a
now.
wheelchair.
Because in his last fight, even whenever they were bringing it up with his competitor, he specifically was saying, "Man, I'm a beginner. Like, how is Mike Tyson's calling himself a beginner?
Because
he
he's playing
stopped.
mind games.
No, he definitely he's not
Mike
the same
Tyson's
level
a
that he
very
was
smart
whenever he
dude.
was from the ages of 20 to 40, and he's almost 60? How old is Mike Tyson? Can you look this
57.
up?
He's 57 years old.
57.
That's 50. Yeah.
Yep. And Jake Paul's 27.
All right, never
it's a
mind.
30 year
57,
difference.
we'll
It's a
agree on that.
30-year difference.
Yeah.
That's my
Are
thing
you
with it.
insinuating that Mike Tyson forgot how to box?
No, because listen, he even said in the video, he said that warrior is alive inside of me again. He's like, and if you re-wake that up in Mike Tyson, you're dead.
Yeah, but Mike Tyson has had one fight in how many years?
20.
20, 15 years.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Jake Paul has had multiple.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen, I don't want Jake Paul to win. Don't get me wrong. I do not want to see
Yeah,
that
and Logan
happen.
Paul wrestles in the WWE, and that's freaking real, right?
No, that's
The
awesome.
athleticism's
I
real.
applaud that.
Athleticism real, yeah, but Jake
Yeah.
Paul, no.
But like
Jake Paul, Logan
Jake
Paul.
like Logan Paul is a legit athlete. Some of the shit he does, like, it's crazy.
Some
really.
of
They were on the Disney Channel at one point.
they get a bad rap, but like both of them are exceeding in what they're doing. It's not like they're like being like everybody just I don't know what racks on them. I don't even know what word I'm
Well,
trying to say.
I think racks
I was
is
gonna
money.
say-
Like racks on racks is
Yeah.
money, dude.
I saw
Everybody
a video.
rags on them just
Rags.
because they came from the Disney Channel and because they grew up rich. But like they're succeeding extremely well. Like Jake Paul is doing really good as
I was
a
gonna say
fucking
they weren't
boxer.
on Disney that long because they went right to YouTube right after that and
I
started
don't
making
think
money
being
with
on
YouTube.
Disney means that you can't learn to fight. All
Yeah.
I'm
I
saying
know,
is
but
that there's no way that you're beating Mike fucking
Dude,
Tyson.
I think
This
he's
is
got a
Iron
chance.
There is a video of Logan Paul saying he was scared to fight Mike Tyson. He's like, I saw the videos and he seemed like
I mean, I don't doubt that he's going into it like just being like, I'm gonna demolish this man. But think about it. All that he has to do is probably wait. If he can survive 4 rounds, the chances of Jake Paul coming out on top exceeds. If he gets knocked out in those first 4 rounds, then I guarantee you Mike Tyson
I
will
would
win.
agree with that. I think Jake Paul's definitely going to have the advantage in the long run.
Mhm.
Like, you know, if he wants
probably
to
the
try to go the
stamina
distance-
era.
and that's probably going to be his strategy
Yeah.
going into it. Is probably going to be run down the old man. He's probably going to try to dance around with him a little bit. He knows how dangerous his hands are.
Mhm.
He knows that if he lets Mike step inside, it's probably going to be a
But
rough run.
Here's the thing. He already has experience with that because he's been going up against MMA fighters as well. So he can already outgun those guys. And I mean, last time whenever he was up against MMA fighter, it looked like he was struggling at the end. So don't get me wrong. But if he's able to harness and just like focus all of his energy into those last 3 bouts instead of the first 3, I think he's going to come out on top.
And I just want to point out, there's a huge difference between fighting a mixed martial arts boxer
That's
who
true.
is disciplined in multiple forms and somebody who is a dedicated stand-up fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mike Tyson, even in his age, I mean, dude, that's like riding a bicycle. You know what I mean? If you're a fighter, you're a fighter. That's what he grew up doing. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how long it's been since he's done it. He's still going to be head and shoulders above, you know, somebody else who's fighting in multiple disciplines.
Maybe.
Definitely.
I think Jake Paul has 5 inches in reach on him too, though, which is gonna hurt that inside game. Like I think he's like 5 inches of reach.
I mean, he
I think
needs
Jake
to
Paul's
know how to play
taller
that.
as well.
You know what I mean? Because if Tyson can step inside that, then
Yeah.
where's he going to swing to? You know what I mean?
I got you. I just think I think we could make a podcast bet on it, but with 2 because if people want to bet on it, because I think that the distance and the age is going to be too much. Like 57 is old for like fighting. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and Mike Tyson has money. It's like Conor McGregor used to be a good fighter, and then he realized, hey, I have money. I don't need to get punched in the face anymore. This is great. I'm just going to film movies and screw off. Like you lose your edge because
I'm gonna be in Roadhouse.
Hey, Roadhouse I liked it. I mean, we can go back to it if you want. We can go back to it. I mean,
Haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I don't see a world where, because I mean, okay, the reach is only an advantage if you're on the outside. You know what I mean? That is only an advantage if the other person you're fighting doesn't know how to step inside your reach and cause you to be less, offensive. So I mean, it can go either way. You know what I mean? One is younger, a little bit more spry. One has 10x more experience.
So
I mean, it's going to be a good bout.
even at 40, I think Tyson's. I mean, but 57 is.
Yeah, but how do you because one person's 57 isn't another person's 57. Mike Tyson's been rich for a long time, man. You know what I mean? He's probably been partying pretty hard, but he's probably also been recovering pretty hard too. You know what I mean?
Here's the biggest thing that I think. I think Mike Tyson has been whenever he was the champion, he's used to that time period.
Mm-hmm.
And even the people that he's fought since then have always been older guys. He's going up against somebody who knows new mechanics of like what they're doing.
Right.
So the sports evolved. So I
I'll
think that
agree
we're
with that.
also going to see that as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, what's our consensus? I mean, I'm for Jake, who that's who I think is going to win. I want Mike Tyson to win, but I think Jake's going to win.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think Tyson's got it in the bag.
What about you?
I think it'll be a good fight, but
Yeah.
I'm for Jake, and I think he's going to win too. But also, I think like there's a chance that this is all rigged. Like we're all falling into some game. I mean, because everybody wants Jake Paul to get knocked out. Him and his brother know how to like stir the pot. And like you said, his brother's in WWF. I guess WWE now, whatever. But like, yeah. So like, there's a chance that it's a put up. I mean, right? Like,
I mean, it's definitely a marketing ploy either way.
Yeah.
Whether or not the outcome is rigged is another question.
I mean, like I said, what was it? Mayweather held his brother up in their boxing match. He held him up so he didn't fall down.
Oh, really?
I think it's too big
Yeah.
to be rigged. I think that once it gets this big, it's too big to be rigged. Because once they find one I mean, I don't know if you guys paid attention to the Ngannou fight and the Tyson Fury fight, but that one had a bunch of cheap shit in it, and it got away. So I don't think it's going to be completely like pay to win.
I don't know.
It's too big, man.
Only
Far
takes
too
two
big.
people to agree to make a bunch of money.
That's
you know?
what I was
That's the
just
thing,
saying.
that
Like,
is
there's
right.
only two
That is
people
right.
in the ring. You know what I mean? It's never really too big.
And I mean, I could see Tyson saying, I'll take a big payday. I'll take the fall for you,
Yeah,
bro.
for
Like, I mean,
sure.
I could see him doing that. I mean, the man has a face tattoo. First one with a face tattoo, I think. It was, still employed.
the first man with a face tattoo.
That's still employed, yes.
Okay.
Didn't somebody get in trouble for getting one of his face tattoos in real life?
What do you
Is that a
copyrighted?
thing?
They copyrighted his face tattoo or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
That's pretty awesome.
Actually, they did that in fuck, what was the movie?
The Hangover.
The Hangover.
Yeah.
He
was in
they
that
got in
movie,
trouble in
though.
The Hangover for
Did
that.
they really?
Yeah, I think that's why they had.
Mike
to bring
Tyson
him.
was in that movie.
Second one.
Yeah, he was in the second one.
Was he in the second one, too?
I think.
No, he was in the first.
Might have been the second
I don't know. There's so many of those movies that it doesn't make any sense.
I mean,
It's like
there's-
a fever
there's-
dream looking back on it.
There's three of them. There's three of them. I mean, which is one less than there's a Dirty Dancing. So I
I was
mean,
gonna say, you figure after the first two hangovers, you'd like learn a lesson or whatever. But
well, I mean, after one hangover, you stop seeing the hat guy, right? That's the thing. So three
Yeah.
hat guy bits.
it's three because comedy comes in threes.
Okay.
That's not true.
Wait, I need some more. What do you mean comedy comes in threes?
I don't know. Comedy comes in threes.
I heard what you said. I'd like you to elaborate on what that means.
Let me see if there's a definition.
So
online.
I would just like to counter that argument with the whole Fast and the Furious movies become
Oh, Lord.
comedy because of them keep on going. They
But-
kept on going and they just become comedy.
But maybe only three of them are funny because comedy comes in threes, apparently.
Hold on.
I mean,
rule of three.
There is.
I need to know more. Like, I think this
I've
is
heard this statement before.
This
but I don't
feels
think
like-
it's true.
utter bullshit.
It's not.
Yeah.
Are you guys both serious, or are you fucking with him?
Fucking with me?
A little bit of both.
I've never heard this before.
Yeah, no. There's a rule of three in writing and comedy.
The rule of
and,
three is a pattern. The first time establishes the form of the pattern. The second time repeats that form, showing you that it is a pattern. And then third puts a twist on it, subverting the pattern.
But it doesn't go to movies.
But I mean,
I don't know that it applies to movies. I also don't know that that's what Brian said.
and
Yeah.
either.
but he said it was like comedies. It's not comedy specific though.
I
Right,
mean,
like-
it's writing.
Yeah, it's general. Writing,
Anything that is writing.
I mean,
Which
So
would-
comedy does come in
which
threes.
would apply to comedy also.
I guess
I
you
don't
could,
know how comedy else.
I guess you could say that with anything too. It's like any like family business. Like it only has 3 generations before it falls apart. Like the grandparent, broke their back to break it. The son watched them do it, so they have a decent amount. And then the kid inherits, and it falls apart.
Never
Yeah.
appreciates it.
Yeah, like so the rule of 3 does make sense in lots of things. Just like if you meet a chick and you take her 3 different locations, the third location she'll sleep with you because she's comfortable with you.
That's
The rule that's legitimate. I've proven that
He's tested that theory.
That's his dentist
numerous
system.
times. If I go 3 locations the same night, in there, in there, guaranteed.
The dentist system. The dentist rule of 3.
So you're saying that you take her to 3 different spots.
You need to
in
get. It could be like it could be like eat some other place, and they're like, hey, I need to stop somewhere else before we go to your place or something like that. You get 3 locations. They're comfortable enough that guards down.
This is maniacal behavior.
Yeah, that is borderline psychopath. But that's, I mean, if it works, it works. That's human psychology at its
This is
finest.
ungovernable.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, maybe it's just a confidence thing, but I mean, that's I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, 3 locations. Then you're
Is that the
comfort level's
same
built.
like as the stripper story?
Come for it.
Which stripper story?
Is that?
No, that's not the same at all.
Oh,
like,
no?
Do you want that story?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
So like, it's probably like 2007. You guys are probably all still in high school back then. I don't know.
I mean, I was 10.
Then okay.
Yeah.
So you weren't even in high school.
We were
I don't remember what
youngins.
grade I was in.
So like, I had just gotten over like the flu, and my buddy texted me. He's like, "Hey, you want to go out?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's cool." Like, I weighed like 140 pounds. I was like, my face was all sunken. I looked like a piece of shit. Like, I was in a war
After
camp,
he just got on
concentration camp.
puking and shitting his brains out.
So my buddy's like, let's go to the bar. And we went to the bar, played some pool, and I'm like, let's do something else. He's like, bro, I got some passes to the strip club. And I was like, that seems cool. Free passes, see some titties. Like, that's awesome. So we go to the strip club, and like, there's a reason these passes were free, bro. These women were terrifying. Like, they were big, and like, I was scared to make eye contact because one of these women was going to come and cost me for a lap dance. So like, I bailed into the bathroom, and then I drug him out of there. So then we went somewhere else. We went to a second strip club. And it was a little better, but like it wasn't that good. And by this time it was like 12:30 at night, so I'm tired. I'd been up since 5 in the morning. And they was like, we gotta go to Platinum Plus. Platinum Plus is where you need to go. They have 3 stages. We need to go there. And I was like, bro, I'm tired. But I was the DD, so I'm like, I guess we'll go, dude. He was hammered at this point. Now, Platinum Plus was a club in South Carolina. It's been burnt down now. I think it was arson, but whatever.
It's an inside job.
Yeah, I think they definitely did. It was near, and then they wouldn't rebuild it because it was too close to a church. There was some craziness going on. But I digress. Like, we got to do something else. Go back to story. Like, so like we get this strip club. You pay your fee. They give you your change back in fucking $2 bills for tipping. It's a fucking sham job, so you don't give you one. So you got to give these bitches
Just say
$2.
$2.
They found every $2 bill in
And
existence.
They're
then,
like, these are from the 1800s.
And funny thing about that, like, so like if you ever went out like on a Sunday night or Sunday morning and you went to like
To
buy
Lord's
something,
Day.
you pay $2, but like I guess you had a good time last night. Got $2 bills, bro.
I'm
Like
sorry.
everybody knew
That's funny.
what you were
I'm
doing.
sorry. Can I stop there?
Yeah.
I just like the idea because my grandmother collects $2 bills, and
They're
now
worth
I just
money
can't
now.
get out of my head that she's just
Mhm.
all this is going straight through the stripper business,
Yeah.
and it's coming
Yeah,
right
right
back
to
to
the
my
butt
grandma.
crack of her
ass.
I got $10
Innocent women.
Your grandmother might have been to platinum that night, for all I know. Those might have been my $2 bills. I don't
She was
even know.
actually backstage giving dances and getting them as well.
So anyway, then we go in this club. I get my $2 bills. I'm tired as fuck. And my buddy goes and gets a beer. I'm sitting at this table, and like, so there's like 3 stages. So like, there's the main stage, and there's like 2 side stages. And there's like a bunch of lap dancers from the side. And there's this like shark of woman. She's just like giving lap dance after lap dance to these just dudes. And I'm like, this is a professional right here. I was impressed,
Mhm.
Then she came over to me, and she's like, what would you do if I told you that you were super attractive? I said, I'd tell you I have $60 in my wallet, and I don't have an ATM. Is what I would tell you. I don't have time. I don't have time for this bullshit. And we went back and forth. She's like, no, I think you're super attractive. And they're like, okay, listen, we can have lap dances, but I have $60. You ain't getting a tip because I have $60. This is whatever. So we go to the lap dance room. I was in there for like 10 songs. So like my buddy like losing his mind because like he's hammered, isn't it? And like he ended up getting like 1 lap dance from 2 girls. He paid like double the price for like a shitty lap dance. So when I'm done my lap dance, the girl says, I think you're real attractive. Like, meet me at Waffle House. And I was like, okay, that's cool.
That's
Like,
always a rough spot.
So-
If they say go to Waffle House, you're
hold on.
fucked.
The Waffle House literally was like you could see it from the strip club.
Mhm.
So I told my buddy, I'm like, listen, bro, like, we got to go to Waffle House. Now he's mad as fuck. He's spent like $200 on like dual lap dances from girls. He's so mad. And I was like, the stripper's gonna meet me. He's like, bullshit, she's gonna meet you at Waffle House. Girl meets us at Waffle House, right? My buddy's floored, And she was like, she was pretty hot. She was goth, had like huge fake boobs, like the kind of like cones just sitting there. She was like bad boobs. I'm just fucking sitting there like traffic cones, which I like. I'm into that. And
Big titty goth
and,
girlfriend shit.
so like we're in there.
Christ.
And like so like she got some food. Now my buddy paid because as I told you guys, I only had $60. So he bought her meal, the girl that I'm gonna take back and fuck. But I have to take my friend back home. And he lives 15 minutes across town the other way. So this girl follows me one way to town, then 50 minutes back. So I get my bike to his house, and like he's like, oh, help me to the car, And he gives me like a handful of coins. Like, you gotta fuck her for me, dude. You gotta fuck her for me.
That man's taking it for the fucking team.
And
I
I
love
was
it.
like, all right, bro, like, it's cool. So I take her back to the house. Like, we get back, and it's like fucking 4 a.m. now. And I'm tired as shit. Like, I've been up for 23 hours. I'm dying. I'm malnourished as fuck.
She's sitting there jonesing.
And I was like, let's just hang out and like massage. Like, I'd really like to have sex. And I was like, I guess so. I mean, I'm here now. Let's finish the story, But it was cool because like 2 months earlier, like I put a big mirror in front of my bed, because I got a free mirror. That was pretty awesome. But
Side
like
of the road, fine.
yeah, but like after that, like she went home at like 7 a.m. Went to be with her kids. I'm supporting single moms and shit like that. And yes, and then like I texted her a few other times, but yeah, that was like my picking up a strip club. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I told her though. I only had $60. She respected the honesty. I don't know.
$60 went a long way.
Now, did she act like a big titty goth chick? Because I know that they're fucking annoying as hell. Was
she
she just saying off the wall shit the whole time?
I mean, kind of. So like she said she like wanted to find a photographer to like take pictures of her naked body with dead people, which I thought was pretty creepy. But like, I mean, like there were no dead people in my bedroom, so I was down with it. Like whatever, that's cool. But like, yeah, I mean, that was the necrophilia vibe was a little weird, but it wasn't towards me per se. Like I mean, my body, I'm still a warm body. I was fine.
Yeah, I mean,
He was
that's
on
what they always
the do not
They-
touch list.
Every goth chick just resorts to necrophilia, something off the wall, and I don't know. It's just a thing for them.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense because maybe it wasn't even I was attractive. I looked like I was going to die because I was so thin.
That might.
She was
be
like,
it.
"This dude's
We
one step
figured it
away from
out.
death."
You look like a corpse. Let me
Yeah.
ride.
One foot on the gas, 1 foot in the grave.
Initially, I thought it was because I was so attractive, but no, it's because I was going to die.
Because he looked like Skeletor.
Beauty's in the eyes of the beholder,
She's like,
John.
this guy,
Yeah.
pale and face sunken in. Come
Like,
over
hey,
here.
Jack Skellington,
Did you-
come over here. Eat this box.
Did you tip her at all?
Fucking
I only
Nosferatu
had
over
$60.
So you only gave her $60.
Yes, I told her that before the lap dance.
You fucking.
here. Here you go. Here you go, nice lady. Here's $60.
And I was
Thanks
like-
for the lappy.
Like, I don't have an ATM card. No, I did have an ATM card. I lied about that.
Swipe.
Yeah, you paid for a 60.
Yeah. so-
That's an expensive lap dance,
So,
sir. Most
I
of
mean,
them are just
No,
20.
not for me, dude. My lap dances are $5 hairs because I don't know how to fucking tip them.
$2. Wait, did you pay in $2 bills and someone's? And some
Yeah, I
change?
didn't. So like, you're supposed to give a tip afterwards, and last time I went to a strip
Just
club,
the tip.
I didn't know that. So I gave her a $5 tip, and she was upset. Like she followed me throughout the whole place.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I was doing
She's like,
anything
yo, bro,
wrong.
hit that ATM.
So-
Yeah.
So did you tell her like the dance was bad? You weren't into it because the dance was bad?
It wasn't bad. It was weird for me. I didn't enjoy it. I've never enjoyed a strip club. It's always been super weird to me.
He's like,
I've
what do I
never-
do with my hands?
Yeah, like I don't like the idea of just like being around other men and competing for our horniness with one woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah, because it's
And
weird.
yeah, it's weird. and then you're just like, hey, I have money. Like that to me, it's just like it's like the worst of the capitalistic system.
Hey, I have
all
this nice
into one,
$5
and it
bill
just
here.
freaks- The whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, these women should have, good parents. They should be given this stuff by the state. They shouldn't be doing this. And then I'm in here taking advantage.
I mean, in fairness, you tipped the girl $5. You weren't competing with anyone anymore that night.
There was
Then-
no competition.
You were not getting approached.
So
that was the
me.
donation.
That
You're the
was me
richest
trying to
dude in the
assimilate with
place.
Society right there.
Hopefully you didn't stay long because no one there was interested in you.
No.
They're like, that's the guy that
No,
tips
but that's
$5 bills.
That's
Get
also
out.
the thing is I've never gone by myself, so it's always been like with a group of fellas, right? And they're always like, "Let's go look at these bitches."
So
And then you go
Go
there
look at some
and-
titties.
Yeah, I'm never the guy that wants to be there. So they're always there for a solid 3 hours. I'm checked out after 10 minutes.
So you not only tipped poorly, but polluted the well for all of your boys there.
Yeah.
I walked in and said, I came. I'm done.
And it was worth $5. You came for $5.
No, I didn't come at all. Dude, I definitely didn't even get one stiffy the whole fucking time.
But
it
but you
just,
said,
it was just
wow.
a weird time. Like
did you get one when you got the massage though from the earlier episode?
no.
Oh.
Becky with no teeth.
Oh no,
over there
that
on
one
stage.
I was nervous the whole time.
You were too nervous about getting a stiffy.
Yeah, I was too nervous about getting a stiffy, and I was thinking the whole time, is she gonna be like, "You want a handy?" And then I would just be like, "Please, no." Like
Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Don't look at it.
How much did you tip her?
her, I don't remember.
More than $5?
More than $5, definitely.
She kept
This
her-
was after I got yelled at the strip club.
Oh, so you knew to tip her better for keeping her clothes on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Tipping's such a weird thing.
It really is like industry to industry. So like, what do you guys typically get a haircut? Like at a barber or something like that?
I'll tip anywhere between $5 to $10 on a $20.
Yeah, that's. I feel like I'm in that.
You should be
same
tipping
range.
like
I think
that on
10
lap
is
dances,
about
too.
right. Maybe a 20.
You get
Right?
another one. if
That's
you
what
did.
I did tip on a fucking lap dance, and that's
$5
why I got yelled at.
$5 on a 20.
Now, I think it depends with the haircut, like how much time the barber spends with you.
That's exactly it. So that really depends on if I'm gonna go from 5 to 10. Like if they like First off, if somebody pulls out one of those fucking straight razors and starts lathering me up, I'm like, boy, you're getting a whole fucking 10 for sure.
Oh boy, getting a chubby.
I mean, so like I went to so I did a male beauty pageant in November, and we could talk about it another day. But so the guy that beat me was a barber in Sharpsville. Brian's losing his mind, and I got some video for you, bro. And I think I came in second, but I digress. So like anyway, so the dude that won he was a barber in Sharpsville. So I called him. I was like, "Is this the king of Sharpsville?" And he's like, in some circles, rolled his eyes. I could feel through the phone. And he spent like 50 minutes cutting my hair. So I tipped that dude like $25. I was like, "You spent an hour with me, bro."
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I felt like I owed him that money. He did a great job. And he told me, he said like the greatest thing ever as a barber. He said, "I always tell my clients, bro, like, if your haircut can't get you laid, you got to find a new barber." And I was like, "You are the fucking man. Like, there's a reason you're Mr. Sharpsville." Like,
Yeah,
I'm
there you
like,
go.
bro,
He's earned it.
How homosexual was that man? If
he wasn't
was
homosexual at all. He was like,
really?
he was good,
You met him at a male beauty pageant, right?
He was not gay. No.
How many people there were gay? What
one
was,
of the
what was
guys
ratio?
one of the guys was definitely gay. There were a lot of old women there that screamed and yelled a lot.
They're pretty much gay.
I don't think the old women are gay.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
basically, like-
they're them, and they interrogate, like, they're the ones pushing the gay men to be more like out there.
I mean,
I feel that.
there were a couple. Like there was at least one dude that was pretty gay. And he was into it. He was flamboyant. But I mean, I don't think there were a lot of gay men in the crowd.
In the crowd, but I'm talking like up there in the.
There
beauty
was only.
pageant.
I think there was only one.
There was only one. Really,
I think
that's
they were
surprising.
all like and these guys like had girlfriends or wives. Like it was just to raise money for the city of Sharpsville.
Oh, so
It
it was
wasn't
just
like it wasn't like a
for-
male review.
Okay,
I mean, I guess it kind of was, but
that's
like,
what
it
I
was-
assumed it was.
I mean, I kept most
You
of
said
my
that you
clothes
were at a
on.
male beauty pageant.
Like I at one point in time, I wore like an '80s unitard. Like I was Olivia Newton-John from Physical. But like, I mean,
That's fantastic.
yeah. And before, so I wore like a leisure suit, like some leather pants, and like I had a dirty mustache. But between
Nice.
that and like when I sung my song, I shaved the mustache off, so I look more like a woman.
What song did you sing?
I sung "Physical" by Olivia Newton-John, which actually was the #1 hit when I was born in 1981.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Is that why you chose that song?
That is why I chose it, yeah. And because I wanted to wear a unitard with a fanny pack.
Why not? Yeah.
Unitard.
He wanted
What's
to
a
be
unitard?
fancy.
It's a one piece like thing you
Is it the Borat shit?
no
No?
kind of. Hold on. Now I gotta look at my phone.
That's
Very
the only thing I
nice.
know. Very
I
nice.
gotta see if I can
Yes.
find it
My
really fast.
wife.
I'm probably not talking to the microphone because I'm looking at my phone now. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Did they tip you afterwards?
They gave me a bunch of free drinks, but no tips.
No,
I
no
mean-
tip.
Free drinks is pretty much the same thing. I mean, yeah.
Can't really see it.
The
But
tip was, "Don't
that's
give up."
That's the girl that did, and that's Mr. Sharpsville. That's the one.
Okay.
And you can see, but that's a whole it's a one piece
You look
bodysuit.
more homosexual than anybody else in that
I
picture.
really- well-
Please put it up to the camera.
I mean, I'll put it up to the camera. Where's it at? Here?
We can.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can do that for you. Yeah. But that was a picture of my friend looking like an Asian. We probably shouldn't show that. Actually, I'll show that. too.
Looking like an Asian?
Yeah,
I
like
saw
that, that was
I
like
saw
the-
it. I
Like
saw
I-
it from here. I'm all the way over here.
Fun little side note if we're talking about that dude. Apparently, and I haven't seen it, he has a smooth penis, no veins. Smooth penis.
Really?
He's got that Play-Doh guy. Knows
He's
it.
very proud of
very-
it.
That's ironically what I
Very
would think
silly
an
putty
Asian-
looking.
He's very proud of his penis. We
That-
went to a concert and he was talking about how smooth his penis was. He was real drunk, but still. I was like, dude, mine's vascular, bro. I don't understand.
That's what I imagine. Since he's acting like an Asian, I think that he just wants to become an Asian because
He
of
wants
his
to have a
penis.
smooth penis.
Yeah. I feel like that's Asian penises, dude.
Man.
Just smooth. Smooth.
I think they're small. I don't think they're
don't-
smooth.
What, you don't want to think about Asian penises
mean-
right now? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, no, it's not that I don't want to think about it.
How
I
many
just- I
veins?
just don't know
If you
anything
were to
about
number the
Asian
amount
penises.
of veins on them, how much would it be? Like 1 or 2?
I don't know, dude. I've
I
never
don't
seen
know
an
how many
Asian
You
veins
need to
on
be
it either.
cultured.
I don't
Well,
think-
Mike, we know what Mike thinks about it, night.
But I'm like 0.6% Asian. I took the 23andMe, and I'm
we
definitely like a little bit taller than the average, a little bit bigger than the average Asian man. So we could put that. But I don't know about. They don't list veins though on the internet. Just length.
That is true. They don't. They're really.
Do you think they
like-
should?
Yeah, they 100% should, because that also identifies how much of a grower you are instead of a shower. Because I feel like veiny penises are definitely
Where the fuck are
growers.
we going?
They're
right
growers?
now?
Yeah, definitely, because they have more veins. They're gonna pump a lot more blood than an
This is
usual
the most
person.
I've ever
Right,
heard two
yeah.
dudes talk about dicks in my
Yeah.
life.
And you live in Newcastle.
And I
you did
live in
drugs. Like, I
Newcastle.
mean,
Sorry, you just don't know how to appreciate a good time.
I mean, I don't think talking about wieners is a good time, but
I mean, we're just talking about the shape. And
Dude, we're
how many
just
veins.
talking about dick veins.
We're
What's
also
your deal?
talking about
We're
the
talking about that
ethnicity here.
Snickers vein right in the wiener.
I mean,
This is a
all right.
socially conscious conversation where we are just trying to differentiate race to race who has the most vascular cock. All right? There's nothing wrong with it. It's not weird.
In fairness, this is my
We're
fr-
just
So
trying
are we
to
saying
figure
that?
it
this is my friend's fault for having, an Asian-looking face because he pulled his eyes together
With a
and thinking
smooth
he had a smooth
pee-pee.
penis. Yeah, I mean, it's not really our fault. Like,
smooth dick.
I mean,
Blame the picture that you
that
showed.
dude. Yeah, like I mean, people will know that guy. I don't want to, out him on the podcast.
I don't
but
want to
yeah.
out some
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, no, I mean, we don't need to know who he is. We just need to know that he exists.
I did
you know
try
what I mean?
at that concert. I was also drunk and did try to. I'm like, listen, like, let's go
Was
to
it
an
Nickelback?
OnlyFans girl and I'll pay $50 so she can rate your penis so she can tell us if it's smooth or not. And he refused to take part.
Oh,
Offered to
so
pay.
he might not even
He
be real.
100%.
He's a real person. He didn't want
It
the
might not even
$50.
be real.
I mean, I figured he was a real person. That's not what I was questioning there, John.
He's photoshopped.
His dick's fake, man. His all that
birds
smooth
aren't real.
dick talk.
A prosthetic,
real.
a prosthetic penis. I use the P's. I'm sorry. I know
That-
P's are bad at microphones.
Prick's got a prosthetic penis in his pants.
Prosthetic penis.
My friend Peter Parker's got a prosthetic penis.
Peter
Plays with every
Peppa
fucking
pick up
Tuesday.
pack a peck of
It's got to
peppers.
be in the intro. He's got
Man.
a prosthetic penis.
Man,
Penis.
fucking-
Come to Brex's Barber. The
hate
the
this.
alliteration is out of control. It's off the chain.
the alliteration's an illusion.
Like a smooth penis. An illusion.
We
not
use
real.
oh,
but
God.
but we
Okay,
did we
done.
did. It seemed like we came to an agreement that Asians definitely
Nobody
have-
came.
Okay.
All that edging for nothing.
Let me be very
Jesus
clear.
Lord.
Yes, much like Mike's last massage party, nobody came. Nobody came.
What if you threw an affair and nobody came?
Oh.
Oh, one more thing. Like that guy, though, I told you about. His wife says it's not that smooth because we asked her to. Just wanted to put that out there.
She
He's-
said it wasn't that.
He
smooth.
she said that he's full of it.
Yeah.
But he stands on his smooth penis. I mean, not literally because it's not
How
that
often?
big.
How
but
often
he
do you
stands
feel
on
like
it.
they sleep together?
Size 11, right on that smooth penis.
Yes.
I
and
mean,
does he use rubbers?
they
Because
don't-
that could affect the veininess.
He has
of
two
what she's feeling.
children, so he's not using rubbers all the time. I don't really ask about his prophylactic usage.
Okay. Next time you should.
I will.
Next time, please come back on.
I mean,
Come
I-
back with more info, please.
I mean, there's a chance like. If for some reason this is really interesting, people like next time we talk, I'll just call him, put him on speakerphone, and ask him. I'll
See what's going on.
cold call his ass, and be like, bro.
Like, so what's up with that smooth dick?
Or-
huh?
going on
Or
with
you know,
your
better yet, I'll call his wife. We'll put her.
There you
On a
go.
three-way call.
We'll leave him off the
FaceTime.
Yeah.
Right in the middle. So we're roasting you both
because
here.
there's a good chance, like when we film this podcast, he will be drunk. So like
Fantastic.
Dude, it's 3:40. You're
Yeah.
telling me he's drunk at 3:40?
oh yeah,
That's wild.
oh yeah.
Hey,
Really?
man,
Is it?
Yeah, to me, it's
it's
wild.
not your place to judge when
Okay, I'm
people
sorry.
get drunk. All right,
All right.
It's
You
the
fucking
Lord's
Day.
relax a little
It is
bit.
the Lord's Day.
All right, I'm
And the
just
Lord
saying.
drank a lot of wine, dude.
Yeah.
I'm one of those Easter.
Nobody had
Christmas
water
guys.
back in the day.
Yeah.
You kept touching shit and it was just wine.
Yeah, that's true.
You really shouldn't talk like about
Not even Kool-Aid.
religion and touch and shit. You need to keep those two things, separated.
Religion and
I know.
yeah.
I just want to keep it, keep it separate.
You
Keep it
just wanna
separate. Keep
you
it
wanna
separate.
Keep the Catholic Church's faith dry.
I'll be
Nobody's touching it.
Listen, I'll be going next Sunday, Easter, Christmas. I'm going.
Big
Oh,
day.
yeah, it is Easter.
It's a big week for
Getting
Christians
my-
this week.
getting my
I have to go.
religion.
That's the one time a year that I go to
Yeah.
church.
Is it?
Because I have to. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna judge everybody. They're all gonna judge me back, and it's gonna be a good time.
There you go.
So it's
Sounds like fun.
the opposite of like a gym. Like everyone thinks they're judging a gym, but the people are paying attention to their own shit. But the church, they're actually judging you.
Yeah, they 100% are, and I agree with it. I'm all about it.
I think you should judge other people. You should judge them super heavily. That's how we keep social accountability.
That's
Next
like
time I
going
go
to
into
Planet
church,
Fitness
if
where it says
anybody hears
judgment-free
this, they're gonna be
zone,
like,
and they just
"You're
judge you.
You get some sideways look next Easter.
I mean, it's not all wrong with that. More judging's probably for the best. Like, when you get lame ideas, like when I was in school, like your friends would check you and tell you you're being an asshole.
Yeah.
But like nowadays, if you get a bad idea, like I don't know, I'd like to shoot this school. Someone on the internet be like, "That's a good idea, bro."
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I feel like that was a joke that you could have got away with whenever you were a kid. You could not get away with that whenever. we
Yeah,
were
you
kids.
can't.
You can't make that joke anymore.
You saying he's
No,
old?
dude, our school got shut down because somebody misspelled bomb and put boom threat. because
Forgot.
like
They forgot the beat.
Yeah, they did.
Boom.
Don't threaten me with a good time. POD, right?
and I mean, by the time that we were kids, that was just a free day off of school if that happened. So if you just wanted off, you could just call in.
So you called that in?
No, I
Oh.
didn't do it. I am dumb enough to misspell it.
It's Mike's MO, but it wasn't him.
Definitely not me. I think it was like this one kid, and like the way they found out, they were like, everybody spell bomb on this piece of paper. And
Just
he was
write
the
it
only
out.
one that put down boom. And they were like, well, we fucking found him, caught him red-handed.
This
Look at this
case.
dummy. He's like, I wrote boom. What the fuck?
Speaking about crazy stuff with schools, like I'm from Mercer, and how about like I guess like a month or two ago, like 3 seniors like broke into the high school and just played tag. And like they
Heard
got
about
caught,
this.
and I think they're kicking them out of school for the year. It's like they just played tag. They weren't out doing drugs. Yeah, they broke in school, but they didn't steal or break anything. Like
That's
I-
a little ridiculous.
I get that like you want to set an example or whatever, but like come on, like let them be kids a
They're
little
like, we
bit.
need to
Yeah,
play
right.
some night tag.
I
I
heard
mean-
about this from like a middle-aged woman at work, and we almost got into a fist fight
Oh
about.
my
I mean, you probably
Should've
would have
knocked
lost.
her out.
But
No,
hopefully-
no,
were you
no.
defending my side? Like it was stupid. How
Yeah, like I thought it was stupid, and she was like, "Well, you know, they shouldn't have been in there. It teaches them right." And I'm like, "Yeah, let them have fun, dude." Like, I mean, they got in trouble one time. If anything, they chose to go to their place of learning
Yeah.
to have
Yeah,
fun.
right.
Like
Just to
they,
play
they
an
could have
innocent
went.
game of
They could have
tag.
hung out with like I don't know a pedophile or some shit, but they went there. I
Could have been hanging out in a crack house. Yeah, I mean that feels fairly innocent for
yeah.
what it could have been.
Yeah, like it's just crazy to me. Like this, like you can't do anything. I mean, like let them play in the school or whatever. Like yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
they could have met at the massage parlor.
Yeah, they
you
gave
know?
them. They gave them like, they got suspended, and they had to do like I don't know. What was it? Community service or some bullshit.
But
like that?
definitely, like the one kid was like definitely like they liked him a little better because when they made the ruling, they made it so like whatever event you were in, like that quarter, that semester, you could finish. I want to say he was like in speech and he was like in the finals in speech, so they changed it just enough so that kid could still do it.
Nice.
I
Well,
blame
that's
the
good.
bureaucracy, dude. They'll do anything. They'll mend the rules for the people who.
Look
they
what
like.
just writing boom
no.
does for you.
I mean, I still think Mike did it.
me.
Yeah.
For the whole bomb
broke
threat.
it.
The
Yeah,
boom
you know
threat?
what?
You,
I
you
mean-
threw in the boom thread.
The boom threat.
It's a very strong possibility.
I'm just
We
picturing.
actually,
So,
whenever
oh, go on.
I'm sorry, there was a bomb threat actually a different time, not the boom threat, and me and Cameron went to a vocational school, so we would drive around and bullshit, and we ended up driving back to the school that's underneath a bomb threat and walking inside. And
Fucking
we were
right
the
in.
only people inside
I
of the
remember
building.
that.
This is
We're
our
walking in and being
You
domicile.
like,
guys need to leave
what
right now.
happened?
How did you not get gunned down? like, thank God it was when you. Thank God it
We're
was
real
now.
casual. Like, we're
Like,
real
look at these
casual.
maniacs.
Yeah.
I mean, if that was Texas, we wouldn't be having this podcast right now.
Yeah, no
and like
kidding.
they kicked us. They were like, "You guys need to leave right now." And then we
Mhm.
walked over a hill, and then that's whenever we saw like the hundreds of people standing out there.
There's
We're
a
like,
news
"Oh, dude,
crew,
I don't know
they're
how the
like,
fuck
"Oh,
we
shit."
missed this."
Wow.
Channel 11 was there.
Well, what were you trying to say?
I was gonna say
before
like a
said that?
boom thread, like someone should bring a boom box and drop the beat.
Dude,
Like I
that
like
would have been
it's
epic.
dance
break
fight.
dancing?
It was actually just a flash mob.
Yeah. It was like the the plot to Step Up 2 or something like that. Yeah, the boom threat.
They're trying to have an assembly in the auditorium.
Oh, dude,
Do a
those were
little dance
horrific
break.
back in the day. Whenever they were like, I don't know, spirit time or whatever.
Spirit time.
Yeah, dude.
Pep rally. Is that the fucking word you're looking for? Spirit time.
God damn it.
Clearly,
Fucking
God.
spirit
you can
time.
tell how much I paid attention during my education. I
Hey,
didn't
you
give
guys
two
want to
shits.
go to the
Oh,
spirit
man.
assembly?
Yeah, it was
Fucking-
always
they
something
failed
stupid.
you.
And like,
Fucking nerd.
and like, honestly, you want to know what this brings up to?
Sorry.
Like, so I'm convinced that because of those shitty assemblies that they made kids do is why cigarette companies like anti-smoking ads never worked. Because they just annoyed the fuck out of everybody. And like just like for example, today I went out and I was picking up cigarettes and I started smoking a cigarette and I was like saw this thing, it was like 16,000 people would die if you smoke, and I'm just like, I blame the schools for making me sit through all those stupid fucking classes. And I lit it and then I just drove off.
Ain't gonna be me, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I ain't one of those people.
Dare would be very upset with us.
I do like that Mike still smokes. He's not vaping. He's younger. He's fuck those vapes, dude.
Yeah.
You need to get unfiltered cigarettes. Really man up.
Yeah,
No.
Some
you should.
unfiltered.
What kind of cigarettes do you smoke?
I smoke Newports.
Wait, what?
You look like
what's
you
this?
smoke
Smoking
Newports.
What?
Menthols?
Yeah. All Newports.
You're real white to do that, and you're not a
Smoke-
female.
Always
Smoke some
gotten that
Marlboros. Just smoke some Cowboy Killers and call it a day.
Yeah, Marlboro.
Like
No.
an adult.
I started
Yeah,
on Marlboros,
Cowboy
and like there's
Killers.
just that every time I smoke a Marlboro, it makes me sick now. So like I'm definitely on the verge of like
I used to smoke Camel
Quitting.
Crushes,
Okay.
the Camel
Oh,
Crush
man.
bolds, and then Camel Menthos, and then Camel full flavors.
Like
And then I did
Camel Wides.
non-filter for a bit.
It's only Camel I like.
Back in his day,
I'm a Marlboro guy.
Bob Kish smoked the Camels. We got all the camel gear.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Bob Kish loved them Camels.
We're a Marlboro family.
But he was only a smoker because like he worked in the mill, and you got a smoke break if you worked in the mill. If you didn't smoke, you had to keep
Yeah,
working.
and that's-
So
I
they made smokers in the mill.
yeah. I've always been a blue collar, and I feel like that it enforces to smoke because everybody just goes out to that smoke pit, and that's where all the fucking fun happens at work.
Yeah,
dude.
that's when you
That-
get to cut loose a little
Yeah,
bit.
that 15 minutes of the worst downtrodden people you've ever seen in your life, all gathering together and telling their stories, dude. That's where it's at. That's what I live for.
They're all up. Yeah.
Dude, the smoke pit on base, like
Oh my
that
goodness.
was the best. Like
You see more people get on a military base. You see more people getting arrested smoking cigarettes.
That's fucking random. Oh, what was he arrested for today? He was smoking a Cowboy Killer.
Because it's like you'll go and start drinking and then go out to the smoke pit and everybody's been fucking drinking and they just
everybody's at
have
the smoke
stupid
pit.
fucking ideas. And that's where fist fights happen. And that's how barracks brawls happen.
Mhm.
It's fucking stupid. So every time that somebody gets in trouble, it's because of a fucking smoke pit.
Smoke pit's just the after party, dude.
Yeah.
Like got kicked out of the bar.
I
Do you,
ho-
do you
I
have a
hope
smoke pit story involving you?
think
I
that
mean,
camera
so
just died.
a bunch of British guys ate my throw up.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So this is a.
Can we have some
enough time for
Can we
a
have some
smoke pit
context?
story, or how are batteries holding up? All right. So, so the British guys were like doing training with us out in the Marine Corps base, and basically I had gotten heavily drunk, very intoxicated, very fast. And at like 9 o'clock, so I was out. I was tuckered out real fast. At 9 o'clock, I
He was so
throwing up,
tuckered out.
and I just sat there with a hose, and I was just fully clothed with a hose on myself, just trying to drink water or some bullshit. So I go upstairs and go to sleep, and then I awaken 3 hours later, and then I continue to do my Lance Criminal bullshit with my friends, and we'd like steal shit and all that. But as I walked to a bunch of guys the next day, and I was like, "So what happened to those British guys?" And they were like, "Dude, so we convinced them to drink each other's piss because we were trying to out-gay each other."
Oh Lord. What the?
So they were like slapping each other's ass, and they were like, "I bet you're not as gay as me." And then the one guy he pulled out a water
This
bottle.
went south real quick.
Yeah, he pulled out a water bottle and he was like making it look like he was pissing into his mouth. And the British guys were drunk enough to actually fucking do it. And yeah, the British guys ended
That's
up
how you get
drinking their own piss.
hepatitis.
And then they also bet them that they weren't tough enough to eat my throw up that was still there, and they ate the throw up. Dude, other countries' militaries are fucking wild. I saw this Norwegian guy in a club. And his whole story was just coming up to us and just being like, "Hello, American, you want to have dance off? Yeah."
So they were Borat. Okay.
What's up? You seem confused.
I don't know. I mean, I wasn't in the military. I don't smoke cigarettes, and I wasn't in this area. But I'm just confused. Like, how is it like you're gay if you don't drink your own piss or drink piss? Like, I'm just confused where that's at. Like,
Bear
where,
Grylls did it.
I
man.
don't.
Well, but is he gay?
No.
Well, then what? I don't understand.
He did it.
that.
He did it. Yeah. Bear Grylls shit.
I just asked.
Survival
you,
man.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with being gay if you want to be gay. I just asking, because drinking pee is gay apparently.
Like I
According
said,
to
this
Mike.
is a story through a story. So
Ooh.
somebody else told me about all that.
It's a
shit.
side story.
Yeah,
Side quest.
yeah. I just left over the evidence of the throw up. So it was my throw up and shit
Huh.
like that. But that was how it escalated.
You just kind of help facilitate
Yeah.
the bullshit. Yeah, that's good.
I feel
Huh.
like you were more involved than you're letting on.
I was blacked the fuck out. And
So
then
you
I-
were-
Yeah, I've drank with Mike.
I've awoken later.
out early.
He has arisen. He arose
this
later.
this all tracks.
There's a reason why I don't drink every time.
Yeah.
I do these. But yeah, the only other story of like a foreign nation that I can think about is the Mexican Marines, and they like ate dead pigeons out of their barracks that they
Fuck
found in
yeah.
there.
That's cool.
And,
Sounds like it.
One of my buddies was just so happy because he
Sounds pretty
slept with their
barbaric.
lieutenant, who was a female officer. And like he was just like, I fucked a Mexican Marine dude. I'm the top of the world. I can speak Spanish, and he just spoke horrific Spanish.
And all he could say was "Donde está la biblioteca?"
Yeah. And then it was their time to like leave, and like 4 of them just ran away and just never came back. So there was 4 Mexicans just in the North Carolina area.
They were
that
AWOL.
that just went AWOL.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
they were like,
They're
we
like-
made it. We're leaving. Goodbye. And
See,
I love Mexicans. I know as a Republican I'm not supposed to, but I fucking love Mexicans. I don't even know. Yeah. Fucking love them,
they're
dude.
good people.
They
man.
really
Fucking
are.
Yeah,
love
they're-
them. They're
they're
good at
nice
stuff.
Like my Republican brothers have been making a mistake all these years. They're conservative. They vote on religion, dude. Like bring them in, bring them all, and they'll vote Republican, dude. I know they're brown, I get it, but like they'll vote Republican
I mean, I'm sure 90% of them will.
because the church will say
But Republican.
no abortions, bro. Ship them. You want to win
That
elections?
is
Bring
true.
them in.
That is
That's
true.
how you do it.
For some reason, Hispanic people are the most Republican people I've ever met in my entire life.
But they hate them though. Like I don't
They
understand.
don't hate them.
The GOP hates the Mexicans.
There's a very small portion of them that want to build the wall, and we're halfway there already. So I mean,
To what?
to building the wall, it's
Oh,
already halfway.
Well,
there.
but you should want them in here. Like they're going to vote for you. Give them all the right to vote.
No,
Right.
Ice
I
walls.
mean the big problem is the illegal bullshit. I mean, it's really just down to like our judicial system isn't holding itself up by, for example, all of the people that's going across the border right now. I'm not saying that we have to throw them away. Just fucking process them.
don't just throw them in a trash bag or a dumper or whatever. Just don't throw them away. Keep them. Keep them. Don't throw them away.
Hold
We
on.
don't need to put them in the bad bin or anything, but like, get some fucking papers.
We'll put them in the bad bin for later.
So where are you throwing them? Let's just we're not killing them, right? We're not just killing them.
Right? No. Right now, Mexico is really upset with Texas because they keep on throwing immigrants from all over the world back into Mexico. And they're like, they're not even Mexican. Please stop. So that's what I'm saying.
Stop sending the wrong people.
Will they take the Mexicans though?
If apparently everybody but Texas right now.
No, I said, will the Mexicans take the other Mexicans? Like,
Oh no, they're upset about it. They're upset
They don't want-
about
they
it.
don't want
They
the
don't want
Mexicans.
Mexicans back.
They don't want
no,
their-
it's not
they don't want
that they're
them
upset
back.
about the Mexicans. They're upset about like the Venezuelans.
We're good.
Nice. But yeah, the power went out, but we were talking about the Mexicans throwing them out and not murdering them.
You said that like that was like a
You-
normal thing that
and-
just
and here's the
happens.
thing, you-
Yep, the power went out.
And you did, but Mike, you didn't say throw them out. You said throw them in the trash.
You did.
You keep trying to like
The bad bin.
dress it up.
Roll it back. Roll it back right now.
He
You
said
said-
something about the bad bin and throwing them out.
Throw them in the trash. I mean, that's why I was like, I don't think they're all terrible.
We're not
I mean-
throwing them all out, Mike.
No, we're throwing out
Just
all
some
the
of them,
ones that are
not all
not
of them.
Mexican, and we're sending them back to Mexico, and then Mexico's getting upset with Texas right now. They're in an argument with Texas as we speak that they're not the law that they have to listen to. They can only listen to the United States and not Texas. They're upset that a state is telling them what to do now.
Wait, the Mexico's upset?
Mexico is upset that Texas, the state of Texas, is saying
Is like bullying them,
Yeah.
basically.
instead
Well-
of the
Says,
United
"Fuck
States
you."
government.
Don't you guys remember when Texas wanted to secede from the United States?
That's been every year. That's been every year.
That's
for
been
the
an every
last
year thing.
15 decades. And first off, Texas does not want that heat. All right, if Texas fucking leaves, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
who's
be in
gonna?
a
They're gonna
war
cry
with
whenever Mexico comes in,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna be like, "You guys didn't take care of us," and it's like. Well, you really thought that we were gonna just like leave all that military equipment there?
You
if
didn't do the
just
nurturing you were
seceded?
supposed to.
So the Mexicans want to take over Texas in this theory?
I mean, Texas was Mexico at some point, right?
Yeah, but I feel like the Mexicans aren't super interested in taking it back. They want to come in America. The Texas is part of Mexico. We're not interested in that at all.
They want to come in
They're
America,
like, screw
not,
this.
not Mexico.
Like, it's not America anymore. It's
They're like, it's not
Texas.
fun at
It's
home.
Texas
Gotta go
now.
to America.
They're like, can we pass through Texas to get somewhere else? Like, they don't want.
to America.
Yeah, they don't want to be in Texas.
Yeah,
They
but
wouldn't.
I mean,
No one wants to be in Texas.
there's a lot of people that want to be in Texas. I would not.
Most
mind being in
Texans
Texas.
want to be in Texas. I
Yeah.
think they seem
Texas-
pretty proud
Texas
of
has
You
been.
can't mess with Texas.
that. Although I
Yeah.
see what you're saying, I think if Texas was its own thing, Mexican immigrants would probably lose a lot of interest in it. I can't imagine like Texas, the country, having great health care.
Yeah, I also can't imagine Texas being like
they
totally
just make you
cool.
pour tequila in it.
A lot of the
Yeah, that's it.
a lot of the laws
Eat
that
the
we've
worm,
had
you'll be
recently,
fine.
they're going to be very, I don't know. I'm assuming hard right. I feel like Texas would be very hard
If they
right.
were their own country,
Yeah.
that's a great guess.
Yeah. I mean, I just think about like.
Are you talking like a
economics,
reverse
you're gonna be
left
hard
turn?
right.
Is that what you're talking about?
What?
Hard right or reverse left turn?
A reverse
We're
left.
not talking about your penis.
Texas. would
Anyway.
be a reverse left turn.
Back to wieners again.
I mean,
Is it smooth?
That's wild.
Brian? Do you have a smooth penis?
No comment.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, but like I mean,
All right.
so like let's say if Texas was a band, who would they be?
Texas Hippie Coalition, best band of
ZZ
all
Top.
fucking time.
ZZ Top would be Texas.
Yeah.
I feel like it needs like does he something about gun racks and shit
Not
like that? though?
Skinner.
It's got to be like a country, right?
Gennard. Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
down for what Texas was doing, where they were just murking retarded people because they did like
Wait,
a
what?
really small crime. Do you remember that?
No, what
Texas,
are you talking about? Why are you
Texas-
killing everyone?
He
Like,
used the
Texas-
hard R and not with the other way.
He definitely is a hard R. Like he's killing
Dude.
everyone.
Dude, I am a retard.
He's
Like,
not
there-
responsible. That's what he means.
I'm as close as you get. I'm
He's
also
responsible. He's not the other one.
Not for other people's safety, that's for sure.
He's not responsible. Not the
like if I committed a crime in Texas, they would take one look at my chin and be like, "He's going on the chair." Dude. Like,
You're like, listen, we can't hold on to him for his whole lifetime. All right, can't afford his needs.
we got to put him down. Just got
and
to
he's
put him
committing
down.
crimes. So I don't know.
yeah.
Sorry.
Old drooly boy's getting the sponge on his head. We're gonna give him a
I
quick
mean-
shock. Problem over.
Probably
This
gonna take a
electric
couple
chair.
because they're extra strong. You know, they're extra strong.
Why don't you just sit down in this?
They try to
electric
shock
chair?
him and the power
because
goes out like it did in us while doing the
I mean, yeah.
podcast.
This chair right here is going to give you superpowers. Okay, all that you got to do is sit down, close your eyes, you're going to become Superman.
Sorry, but our
Who's
120
Superman?
volt breaker doesn't
Oh
doesn't
my
hold that.
god!
Who's your favorite
gonna be
superhero?
Superman.
Is your favorite superhero Thor? Okay, you know all the lightning.
Let's just change this voltage. And You're going to be the Thunder God himself. I'm going to be Thor. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh my fucking Lord.
Killing Mexicans, killing
Using
special
the
needs
hard
people.
R.
These are all
Dropping the
things
hard
Texas has fucking
This
done
is-
in real life.
He's
How
not
would you give Mike a
responsible.
hard time about it? All we want.
You
this
can't
is just
get
Texas
upset with
politics.
me. The state of Texas has done everything I just talked
Yeah.
about.
Looking at you like you're awful, but there's a whole fucking state government that made those choices.
But
You're
I
like,
feel
yeah, we
like,
chose to do this.
I feel like Mike's on board with every one of them, though. Like
What?
like you're defending everyone.
There's a whole
Electric
state of
Sponge
people that are on board with every one of them.
I'm not talking to the state of Texas. I'm talking to you and Mike and sometimes Brian. Like I mean,
Sometimes me.
like, and I don't know. I'm a little comfortable that we're throwing Mexicans in trash and killing special
Yeah, in the
needs
bad
people.
bin.
And I'm the one that was supposed to grow up with like a harder millennials and shit. And I'm
You
like,
thought you were
like maybe not kill retards or whatever. You know what I mean?
Responsible people.
responsible people.
Yeah.
They're just extra strong.
Not
man.
no, not that. No, responsible.
Is there anyone else you'd
I'm
like
going
to
to be
kill?
Thor. I'm going to
Yeah,
say
who
that
else?
from here on out. I'm going to be Thor.
Who else would you kill? Mike, who else would you like to off?
Who else?
Mike
would
doesn't
I-
play fuck, marry, kill. It's just kill, kill, kill. He's just gonna do it all. One run.
Kill, kill,
Actually,
save.
That's actually a.
Kill, kill, save.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
keeps one.
I don't
Is
know
there
who
a
else.
demographic of people that you're particularly sensitive towards? Any particular group of people?
Who
that
makes you feel soft?
You like have a tender spot for?
You know what? I'll say it right here,
Diamond
right
Dallas
now.
Page.
I'll say it right here, right now, live on the. I hate people
Not what he asked. It's not what he has.
that claim that they're another race than what they actually are.
Let me
All those 22 and me motherfuckers, get rid of them.
let me answer Mike. Let
Which
me
is
answer
Pretty
Cam's
much
question.
what you did earlier in this podcast.
Let me answer Cam's question.
I'm 0.6% Asian.
I am
0.6%.
that. But let
Nothing
me
more,
answer
nothing
Cam's
less.
question. Mike likes people that wear sheets. That's who he's keeping.
No.
Those are
That's
those are
the
ones
answer.
that he's like.
Because he's like, well, these other people I'd kill too.
We're not talking about ghost costumes.
Like, I mean,
I don't know. You put me in a hard situation there. You
A
said
hard
which
R?
demographic.
You put yourself in the hard R situation.
Let's be real clear. I gave you an out.
he did.
I said, who do you not want to kill? Who are you sensitive
And
to?
you're like, no, I
Hey,
hate
Mike,
this person
Show
too.
us your compassionate side.
Well, I'd like to
and you
kill-
replied to me, I hate. Who did you fucking hate?
He hates me for claiming I'm a different race.
Oh
than I
yeah,
am.
people
Yeah.
who did 23 and me.
Yeah.
That's your fucking.
You're
you mean half this
0.6%
room?
Asian.
Fuck you.
Of all the things to hate me for, too, doing 23andMe is so low on the list.
Yeah.
Like, it's low on
That's
the
the whitest thing you could do.
Jesus, man.
I've said worse things today.
And if you let Texas succeed, they're going to do that. I guarantee it.
They're killing people to take 23andMe?
Yeah, I am.
They're gonna set up a list.
He's probably right, though.
Like, see that fucker there? He did a 23
St.
of me.
Patrick's Day
Shoot
will
him
roll
down.
around in the new Texas,
Oh.
and they'll be like, "You're not Irish, you're Texan."
That's taking it too far. Everybody can become Irish on. I'm willing to stand on that. Everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day, and everybody can be a little bit Hispanic on
Put your
Cinco de
head through a
Mayo.
wall.
Oh,
And mashed
my God.
potatoes are
Wait,
guacamole.
hold
So
on.
I make an exception to the rule.
You make an exception to the most annoying one.
Yep.
That's the one you excuse as
Dumb
the
as shit.
irritating one.
I'm gonna skip St. Patrick's Day, so like you can not get
It
thrown
already
away
happened.
on like Cinco de Mayo. You can become a little bit Hispanic. What were you
Yeah,
saying?
you could be a little bit
so
Hispanic.
you don't get thrown in the trash one day.
That's it. May 5th. That's it.
Cannot return to sender that day. Sorry.
Blacks get the shortest month of the year. Women get March, and Hispanics get Cinco de Mayo. And you have one day where you don't have to worry. Like it's the opposite of the purge. One day you can feel safe,
Where you're good. The rest of the days.
but you're also hammered on tequila, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh, dude,
At least
it would
you're
be- it would
enjoying
be-
yourself.
It would be hilarious if this was an actual rule and people would just dress up in the fucking straight up giant sombrero and just be horrific about it.
Like the
I
ones
used
from
to.
Chi-Chi's back in the
You used
day.
Mm-hmm.
Chi-Chi's.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a Mexican restaurant.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's
How
me,
old
it's
are
my
you?
problem.
It is your problem. Yeah,
How
it's
old
a
are you?
Pretty common thing.
I've actually never heard of
27.
Chi-Chi's either.
Yeah. Do you remember? You don't remember Chi-Chi's?
I remember Chi-Chi's.
Chi-Chi's was a Mexican restaurant in Boardman
Yeah.
and like Sharon and stuff.
Since
It
people
was
got
like-
real sick. Then
Yeah, they got
closed
E. coli.
down.
Well, now we're gonna have to clip that out. That's
Oh, no.
awesome.
No, they're closed. No,
They've been
they're
closed.
closed.
They're
There's no,
closed.
they're
They're
closed.
closed.
There's
Yeah,
no business.
fuck
Yeah, there's no
All they
business.
sell are seasonings now.
I assume.
Oh, I have
Sounds
seen
like
those.
they're still open.
No.
Sounds like they did
No.
not close.
not the restaurant.
the restaurant. They're like, sorry,
with
no
the
E.
E. coli is closed.
No E. coli today. Sorry, we're down for business.
Well, just here's some seasoning.
But hold up. I'm gonna point out. We just acknowledged that this restaurant closed due to E. coli, and you had the audacity to be like, "You've never heard of this? This delicious meal?"
no, because
Never
of
heard of
that.
this awful restaurant.
A lot of people hear of Chi-Chi's because of the E. coli stuff.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, I
then
guess that
I
makes sense,
definitely
whatever.
would not go there.
It's a pretty common. Well, you won't go
It
there
was
because it's
closed.
closed. It's closed.
Yeah.
You won't be going there at all, and you wouldn't go there because it's Mexican anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Sorry,
I mean-
throw the whole restaurant out. Sorry.
Hey, can you
Sorry.
throw your menu in the bad bin, please?
the bad bin? Someone drew on it.
I'd like one of everything in the garbage.
Right now. Right now.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah,
Building
that's-
inspector.
A building.
You're the
inspector.
building inspector. Yeah, you're gonna
What do you mean?
of the Mexican restaurant.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Throwing it in the trash. Yeah.
I mean, I would let them go, but the second that I find out that one of them's not full Mexican at a Mexican restaurant,
He said first
gotta go.
offense, go to jail.
Now, so you have to be like 100% Mexican.
At least 51%
To work at a restaurant.
to work. Is it
Okay.
to authentically call it what it is?
Mexican restaurant.
How Asian do you have to be to do nails?
Also 51. I think that's a pretty solid number.
51%,
Just 51.
sorry.
51
I don't
solid
think nails are
Mhm.
exclusively an
51
Asian
solid
thing.
on
I think
51
they're pretty
across the
exclusive.
board.
I think a lot of people have nails.
No, that do them. Like me to do them. Like the women that do the nails
Ah,
are
okay.
mostly Asian. And I actively chose not to go take the low shot with the other Asian profession. I took the high road this
What's
time.
the other Asian perspective?
You know all about it.
The masseuses?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
Or
the
you could
rubbing
just stayed on
tuggies.
restaurants, but that's fine.
Yeah.
There's definitely Chinese
Why does,
restaurants.
why does everybody just call every Asian restaurant a Chinese restaurant? Or am I just that?
They don't. They
culturally-
call
like-
Chinese restaurants Chinese
and
restaurants.
Or
and
usually by their
Japanese
name.
Sushi.
Yeah, like
And-
they-
But,
and
but
hibachi.
nobody's ever been like, dude, you want to go get some Japanese food? Everybody says Chinese food.
Yeah. You're a little bit
Because
racist. Like
it's a
I mean,
Chinese-
quit
It's a
singling them
Chinese
out.
psyop. No, I'm saying this is a Chinese psyop. China is slowly taking over the entire Asian world, and this is how they're psyop.
Well, I'll be
For
dipped in shit
somebody
rolled
with
in butter.
such an incredible grasp on global history, you have a very, very loose understanding of cultural boundaries.
Yeah, yeah.
You have a very, like,
Dude, it's like you see a stop sign and you're like, green light, go. Just fucking do it.
you're like, why does everybody keep
Well, I'm
calling
glad
me
that
charge
being
towards them
Southern?
things.
It doesn't make any
I'm
sense.
glad
I
that
mean-
I'm burning my career with this.
They're
episode.
all they all
Mike
look
is the
same
only one
shade.
ruining
I
his
don't know.
career here.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
So
Oh, man.
So, are there any nationalities that you do like?
All of them.
I think you're a liar. You fucking liar.
Said like
I
a
like all
man
of them.
really
Well, fucking
scared.
throw them in the trash.
He said all of them.
You can't
There
save
was
yourself now, buddy.
Nothing.
You're off the deep end.
He's about to send me down another Travis. He'd be like, "Do all lives matter?" I'd be like, "Fuck."
Oh, shit.
Trick question, motherfucker.
This is what backed into a corner feels like. Okay.
He said, besides the Mexicans,
Say-
throw them in a bad bin.
My life doesn't matter. That's the answer. Mine doesn't.
Everybody's but
You can throw me away. It's fine.
Throw me in the trash where I belong.
I
Not
don't
the
know,
bad
man.
bit.
I think you got some shit to think about.
Yeah, I gotta go home and really debate on what I've done with.
Who
my
are you
life.
debating with at home?
Not the Lord.
I'm just gonna go on the
You and your
internet.
mom?
Not the Lord. Him and his mom while she's watching Roadhouse.
Again, because
Yeah.
she's watching it a second time.
It's been on repeat.
Definitely
I didn't
watching
want to
it.
restart it, so I just sat in. So I just fucking let that fucker roll. So I was like, what the goddamn is the premise? And I saw this fucking guy on the screen
What's
and
up
said,
with the
that's that
attacks
MMA
on me?
guy.
What the fuck did I do in the last?
I just
20
walked
minutes?
on, and she was viewing a flick. And she was watching the back of her
Jesus
eyelids.
Christ.
Oh, dude, I've almost passed out like 3 times since we've been back.
Oh yeah, we came.
Oh, my
came
God.
It's because you
came
stole
out
all the
swinging,
power.
man.
That's why the power went out. You were channeling the funnies.
What?
Yeah. You were channeling the funnies.
John,
You were saying
You stole the-
racist.
What do you mean?
You were
sucks
saying
the power out of you like
stereotypical
it's
shit.
like
But
it's
instead of-
superpower.
You gotta shut the lights off so all the energy goes into you so you can channel
Instead
the
of
funnies.
Instead of
gonna
the
be
funnies,
full-
it was racism instead.
He-
He's like, I would like to make a trade, please. Instead of funnies, can I have racism for 100? 100
Man, I'll
more.
give you 4 funnies for 1 racism
Give
right
me-
now.
I'll give you 20 funnies for 20 racisms
I don't
with
think
a gold
that's
star.
That's not enough racisms for him. I don't think.
He needs 50 plus.
Oh man, I am gonna do at some point. I'm buying 23andMe's for you two.
I will not become part of the problem.
But
Oh my god!
I don't want to go down that road.
Oh my god!
Cameron did this weird
What-
bull
we're
gonna
symbol.
find
He
out
said,
on one
"Eat."
or
Listen,
two
the
Native
night that we
American.
get all drunk, we'll do it. We'll get a swab when he's drunk. We'll
that's
get it.
okay. So that's what we're gonna do. Is I'm getting 23andMe's for both of you. We're gonna send them in. The results are gonna come to my email, and we'll reveal them the night of the drunk podcast.
And
down.
we'll
Okay.
say, figure out which one's which.
Beautiful,
Like the-
beautiful.
This is
John.
his nationality. Who is it?
Mhm.
A poll.
Well,
Online poll.
apparently Mike's
Beautiful.
a little German, and his last name ends with Hitler. Oh,
I mean,
Mike's German, Italian, and Japanese. I don't know.
where did the Japanese come from? I don't see it.
he's like, yeah, I really thought it was Chinese. I don't know. I thought it was
He
Chinese.
was like, I just thought I had a lazy eye.
The guy's
Jeez.
always running into shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with math. I don't know.
Terrible at driving, but seeing and math and stuff, they're good.
I got it, Brian. I know what you were
Yeah,
saying.
he knows what I was saying.
I was there for you.
We
Say
all know
that
what he said.
statement. You said
I was going off the
terrible at
Asian
driving.
statements you're making.
And good at math, bro.
Yeah, they're good at math.
Can't see.
Yeah, because their
We-
eyes
you
are.
know what's
yeah.
we've brought
Can't-
up Asians
can't
at
see,
least
but
once
they're good at
per
math.
episode so far, and this is only
We're
the third one.
consistent on a couple of themes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few things that we like to
masseuses.
talk
And
about.
none of them are good.
You're the only one about
yeah,
the
and none of
masseuses.
them are good
You
in the
fucking
sense that they're
sicko.
entertaining or that they're like good topics.
Yeah.
But fuck it, man.
I-
Somebody will think it's funny.
I mean, they're entertaining, but they're not good things to talk about consistently.
That's probably
Like,
true.
you're not going to win a lot of good, responsible people by talking about massage parlors
I bet.
every
yeah,
week.
and the extras.
We'll find out.
Wait.
You know what though? The massage parlor thing specifically, I would argue against only because there's probably a lot of pretty successful people that hang out in massage parlors.
Really? I can't imagine.
There's also
would-
100
yeah, I
people
feel
have
like,
been
I don't
in
know.
that scenario where I was in, where they were sitting there being like, "Oh my god, I don't want her to touch me. I don't want to make this weird."
you
know?
made it super weird.
How was that weird?
I mean, it was weird
just,
for me, and I wasn't
was
in the
a
room.
little Catholic boy trying not to get touched.
She wasn't Asian.
Listen, everybody's been there at some point.
No, well, I haven't been there. I haven't been there.
Yeah, neither have I.
Like,
Good.
I don't know,
I've
spend more
had-
time in a Catholic church. I don't know.
you haven't. I'm
Okay.
confirmed Catholic. You have not. Like, these are all lies.
They're all lies. He's never been there.
All lies.
Never ever been.
All right, I'm sorry. I just tried to take the heat off me. I felt like it was coming on too hard. I just needed to throw it at something else. It's okay.
Don't throw it at
It's
me.
all right. There has been I'm planting a foot here. I'm fucking pivoting.
Okay, please do.
My buddy Colin was talking to me the other day about, I guess there's the steel mill in Butler. I forget. I think it's like called Cleveland Cliffs or something. The Biden administration's making a big push to change the type of steel that we use in our electrical grid to something that's like only manufactured in China, I believe. And right now, all of the electrical grid steel is coming from this one plant in Butler. So if they push that through, then it basically, I guess it's transferring all of our needs over to China, and it's going to shut this plant down and put like 1,300 people in Butler County out of work, something like that.
It says more than 1,000 jobs would be lost here.
Well, that would be 1,300.
Yeah,
That-
yeah.
that
So
is
yeah,
more
so
than
probably
1,000.
about 1,300.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I just think it's fucking insane that that's even like up in the air.
Yeah, like
Be- like that's gonna
Yeah,
fuck
they're
up
saying
a
that
lot of things.
the steel will make the electrical grid less reliable and leave the nation dependent on foreign metal.
So,
So we would have to do business with foreign people.
Wouldn't have an option. Yeah,
so number one, it's Chinese psyop. Number two,
Oh my lord!
I believe that.
Number two, I mean, I think that this has just been like the constant with geopolitics is that China is just trying to find every possible way to subvert the United States in some sort of economical way. And I think that this is one of the ways that they're doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, from what you just said, I mean, is there anywhere else in the United States that can...
No, I mean it's literally just this one plant in Butler County that supplies all of the steel for the electrical grid. So like like anytime there's a hurricane or like, some kind of major natural disaster that knocks out, transformers and stuff like that, the plant basically goes into double time trying to provide the materials that they need to rebuild and stuff. But that basically means that like in a case of emergency, if we were importing all of these materials, that it delays our transaction time. You know what I mean? It's much easier to get steel from Butler, PA down to Florida or Louisiana than it is to get it from China to, the Gulf Coast somewhere.
Well, I thought that they figured this out during the whole fucking COVID thing because I'm pretty sure that you remember whenever COVID was happening, China and Taiwan are the only people that make like
The microchips.
microchips.
Yeah.
So whenever COVID happened, they couldn't get the chips over to the United States fast enough. And I would have thought that by now our government would have figured out like, oh yeah, like let's broaden our things instead of trying to transfer so much of it to China. And I mean, if they're doing that, I mean, it's gonna shoot them in the foot later. If they already can't make the microchips, now they can't make the metal for the microchips here. You're fucked.
Well, and it's not even we're no longer talking about like microchips. Like so we've seen what happens. China and Taiwan control our microchips, and if we can't get those, then it basically it crippled the automotive market on both the service and the sales side for a number of years by not having those microchips. So now we're going to take that same exact problem and we're going to transfer it to our whole electrical grid. So now it's no longer you can't buy the car that you need. It's you can't run your electricity from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. because we just don't have the materials to be able to afford to do that. I'm not saying that would be the direct result, but that's just kind of a hyperbolic scenario.
Yeah, and like the electric thing's funny because like it's like what was it 7 years ago they made smart meters mandatory because we're gonna be having trouble with electric grid anyway, and they're gonna like rolling brownouts are gonna be a thing.
Right.
I mean that's coming. Like it's not even
They've been preparing for
well that's
it.
because like you're not gonna go shut off some hill jack with the gun's power, but you like hit this button, it's off. Sorry, buddy, we'll back on 3 hours.
Yep.
I mean
That's it.
that shit's coming. I mean I think it's probably going on in bigger cities already.
And that's very possible. Yeah, because I don't know anybody who's living in like a major metropolitan area outside of Pittsburgh right now, but I'm sure in bigger markets it probably is happening. It probably is fairly commonplace.
But we don't need to worry. I mean the government's got our back. They're banning TikTok.
They're here for you.
They're banning TikTok. I mean that's a Chinese company. You know?
Oh, yeah,
they're
that's
banning,
right.
They're
I mean-
banning them. Yeah.
They're trying. Yeah, they're trying.
Mike's all for it. He's all for it.
Well, he doesn't like
For
those
me,
people.
banning the TikTok, I never said that.
You don't like them people though.
You don't like them people.
I think it's
I never
insane
said that.
that they even think that they can ban TikTok because that's like fundamentally unconstitutional, right? Like it has to be. When did I tell the government that they were allowed to control what I had access to? When did that become their responsibility? I thought their responsibility was to take care of me and to maintain fucking roads and infrastructure.
Dude, it's so fucked up because it's a double-edged sword. Like, I don't know if you've heard Did you listen to the hearing at all? Whenever Congress had all of the, dude, it's
no,
so
I'm
fucked.
uneducated on
So,
this completely.
They brought up like Facebook, they brought up TikTok, they brought up some other company that I can't think of off the top of my head, and they had all these companies come out and try to explain like why they're taking all of these resources, like basically data stealing. That's what they're doing, as well as some
Data
other
mining.
bullshit that they can't fix. But they just went up to China, to TikTok, and they were like, hey, so you guys work directly with China, blah, blah, blah. I think the reality of it is they just want to get rid of a competitor that could take data from themselves to China. Because right now, United States, with all of its huge social media things, I mean, I'm pretty sure that there is all over the world, but the main social media ones that the United States uses, United States citizens, is United States owned. So I think that the government is helping these companies by basically blocking any competitor like TikTok from getting their own data.
Well, yeah. I do think that's and I think that's a fairly well known thing that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the U.S. government is having an issue with, is that they're collecting information on U.S. citizens and sending it to China, and the U.S. wants to stop that because they want to just continue to data mine us themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But here's the bullshit. In that hearing, by the way, they didn't pull up Twitter because Twitter has the fucking receipts of the U.S. government like requesting stuff during the election. What was it? 2020 election. That apparently, whenever Elon took it, he released like a whole bunch of stuff that showed that the U.S. government was actively telling social media, like, hey, you can't talk about, like, suppress this, don't suppress that.
Right.
So I think that the reason that they didn't have Twitter up there is because then they could be like, we've been listening to you, and it got us in trouble before.
Right.
So I think that it was a very strategic move to not pull up Twitter.
I'm sure it was. Listen, man, like, things are always more calculated than people give them credit for, it seems like. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We like to kind of tend to brush our politicians off like they're a bunch of jackasses in suits, which they are, but they're smart jackasses in suits. You know what I mean? Like, they know what they're doing.
You don't go to Washington, making what, $58,000 a year and coming out multimillionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's just how it is. You know what I mean? And you also don't go to Washington and come out clean. Like, it's just you go there and you get dirty. It doesn't matter how clean you are. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Also, dude, with what you were talking about with the Chinese stuff, are you aware of like the Chinese government, Chinese citizens buying up a fuck ton of farmland in all over, like where we keep our nuclear weapons?
No.
Yeah, like if you look on the internet, there's like a whole bunch, like pretty much right where we hold all of our nukes, Chinese farmland has been bought in all around it, surrounding it, like very strategically.
What do you mean by Chinese farmland?
Yeah.
You mean
Chinese
farmland
citizens
owned by Chinese people?
Yes, Chinese
Okay.
citizens
It's
specifically.
still American land.
Yeah, we're not keeping our nukes in China.
But that's like the whole argument is that like I was saying earlier, like the Chinese government, I believe, is like doing everything to undercut the United States government in economic war.
Yeah.
And that's one of the ways that they're doing it, is that they're buying farmland that's right next to our nuclear silos so they could figure out like, oh, this is what's happening. These are the radio transmissions.
Right.
For what you were just saying about how they're not letting the steel work through, now China is gaining that economic thing that the United States isn't.
I hear they're also doing that in the rubby tug shops too.
In the
That's why
what?
Wait, they're trying to move them overseas?
No, the nuclear stuff. They're trying to hear the radio waves at the rubby tug places. That's why they also do it there. That's what I
All
heard.
the rubby tugs have radios in them.
I guess, dude.
Secret
They're
transmitters in the
intercepting
wrist.
frequencies.
Well, I mean, Cam did think like, higher end people go to these places. So
Yeah,
maybe
see?
they're trying to get some information.
Maybe I'm onto something.
I'm
That was your statement.
You
I am
said
certain.
established people
Here's the thing.
go there.
And-
I'm certain that politicians are going and getting rubber
Here's the
ducks.
thing.
I'm
I believe it.
fucking
Here's the
positive.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
and I
And
have-
scumbags are
I
scumbags,
got a
no matter
problem.
the setting.
I got a problem with that. You're making that kind of money. You don't need to pay $40 to an Asian woman that's 70 years old. Go get a prostitute. I'm just saying. You get the money.
I'm sure they're doing that too.
They
you
won.
know?
I mean, Epstein.
But I mean,
But I mean, I guess
That's
Robert
all that you
Kraft,
have to
the
say.
owner of the Patriots got a rub and tug back in the day.
There
He
you
uses
go.
all kinds of money. So I guess
listen, man, you're stressed. You're driving past a place. I don't know.
for $40, I'll do it myself.
I mean, for
do it yourself. Like, what do you mean?
DIY.
I'll
maybe.
get rid of my stress,
You're
bro.
gonna give old Biden a little handy, dude?
I mean,
Why,
he'd
he's
probably
sniffing your hair?
Joe Biden. Is he taking hand jobs from citizens now?
You know he doesn't work in a massage parlor, right? You know
Well, he said that he would do it for 40.
No, I said I would do my own for 40.
he would take care of him. If for
Myself.
$40, he may as well just take
Oh.
care of himself.
Like, I'll
is what he
jerk
was
myself
saying.
off.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you need me to be direct.
I don't know what glory hole you were
Masturbation.
at, but I don't know why
Michael.
Biden was sniffing you, buddy. He said Biden sniffies, and you.
He's sniffy.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
sniffing.
little
sniffy
he's a
guy.
sniffy guy.
I've seen
Yeah.
pictures.
I seen
Mhm.
A little too close.
on the internet, yeah.
it. Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean,
think
that's
it's
cool.
real
Maybe he
on
likes the
the
way their shampoo smells. I don't know. It's me
I don't
touching
know.
him.
Yeah, we'll cut this episode here and call it, and then we'll be back. That's all we got. Thanks.